He might not be from Krypton, but he's heads above the rest. His knowledge can't be questioned. You can put it to the test. So if you want to hear the truth and have nowhere else to go, I'll give you the solution. Just tune into his show and just kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Phantom Zone. It is the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media show money-taking. The man, the myth, the legend, the most electrifying villain in all of YouTube entertainment, with the most electrifying actor currently working in Hollywood, General Zod and Nicolas Cage. Nick, what do you got to say?
You don't have a Nicolas Cage impression?
You need to get this. You need to get a soundboard with Nick Cage quotes and drops.
Oh my God! Yes,
it'd be so great.
Well, Zod, I've just got to say, I feel absolutely marvelous to be on here. Has anyone seen my movie Pig? I'm looking for a pig. I'm very torn between cooking and a pig. Go nominate me for an Oscar. Okay, Nick. Okay, this isn't about you. Jesus Christ, that guy. I'm sorry, Nick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. You do your thing. Okay. Tonight is a deeply personal topic for me because this happened around where I live at. I actually
Star Wars happened where you live.
No. This article we're going to talk about, the first one we're going to get into. If you guys haven't heard, there was an incident at one of our parades. It was a Christmas parade. I knew some people who were there. And this really pisses me off on a different level because I've been silent about most of the stuff that BLM has to say. I don't like to bring that shit to my channel, but this was so fucking ridiculous and so infuriating because this hit close to home that now I am forced into a position to talk about how fucking atrocious this movement is. And look, if people support the idea of BLM, fucking good for you, but keep that shit off my channel. Personally, I don't give a fuck about subs like that. Go fuck yourself. It's a stupid, fucking selfish, self-indulgent, fucking cunt movement. They don't give a shit about people. And they sure as fuck don't give a shit about victims who lived through this horrendous thing, because no sooner than this happened, some fucking dumbass person in a county near me called Milwaukee came out and said some stupid shit that I'm going to read. People have been trying to compare this to Kyle Rittenhouse, but here's the difference. Kyle Rittenhouse killed 3 people. Let me give you some stats to get the fucking night going. Then I'm going to...
No. Hold on. Whoa. He killed 2. He injured a 3rd.
Yes. And
one of them wasn't a human because pedophiles are humans.
One of the people he killed was an 8-year-old child.
Oh, you're talking about the other one now.
Yes, he killed an 8-year-old kid. He injured the mother. And 2 of my friends were in the path of this. So that could have been them. There were like 40 people injured, I believe. It wasn't hurt, but injured.
Did you want to say hello to anybody who's watching before you started?
No, I was so upset that I just kind of kicked things off. Hey, Perp, but to be honest, Perp, this is a serious thing for me because this happened near my neck of the woods. This happened to people that I know. This isn't a fucking laughing matter. It's not fucking funny. This is a very serious thing. People died, and now the fucking BLM movement wants to use this as a platform to justify how it's okay to kill people because of their skin color. Because it's white people, it's fucking okay. And I'll get into that article because it's going to infuriate me. And for this first part, there's going to be no jokes. This is very serious because this shit that's been created, which is why I talk about it, this shit created by the media and the racial divides are actually affecting people in real life. People lost their life. And now these cocksuckers feel the need to take it upon themselves to try to liken these two cases together. This guy who did this sexually assaulted a minor, and she got pregnant with his kid. He had a domestic violence rap sheet, and I'll read all of this in a bit. But he's assaulted at least 11 women that they know of.
That's it? He stopped at 11? Or they stopped counting at 11?
Yeah, that they know of.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this guy was a human piece of shit. And the fucking cocksucking piece of shit, BLM started a GoFundMe for this man, which thank God GoFundMe had the good goddamn decency to pull off the GoFundMe. They put a GoFundMe up for a man who is a living piece of shit, a man who took lives.
Recently, even right before that, they said they're no longer having GoFundMes for anything that is politically motivated.
Oh, I will tell you what this has to do with BLM because they personally got themselves involved. They said, and I quote, "This is the start of the revolution." One of their top activists said that this event will kickstart their revolution. This is fucking disgusting.
Is that like Viva la retardation?
I absolutely agree. And the fact that I knew people who were there and that were affected by this, I could have lost some friends. It was very close. They were a hair away. They literally got some of the shit on their phone, people running and panicking, crying. And people want to politicize this. See, because no one fucking gives a shit when it's not in their neck of the woods. They don't fucking care. But as soon as this shit is, then everybody cares. Then it's, oh, why are we not making a bigger deal out of this?
And then there's people outside that try to pretend they know everything about your state and everything around it. Yeah, that's why I fucking turned off Twitter last year.
And so before we dive into this, I'm going to thank you, Janie Davis. They hit civilian targets. Yes, Carmen, it is Nicolas Cage. So I'm going to get to the chat, and then we're going to dive into this. I'm going to be more. I'm going to be very vocal about this. Stone Loki is in the chat. Hey, Stone Loki. Thank you for passing along the tweet earlier. I appreciate it. We have welcome. Lemon Pie, Wookiee Supremacy, Jenny Godden, Christine. We have or you know what? I didn't say it the way I wanted to, so I'm going to say it again. My favorite pie, Lemon Pie. We have Killy Chow. We have Sherry. We have Shalena and Phantasmagorical. I still got it. We have PurpMinded. What up, Perp? We have Stone Loki. And we have Janie Davis and Carmen. And KH just jumped in.
What's up, Karen?
So tonight we're going
to... got more X's than you.
And the Senate. What's up, Senate? What's this last name? Hold on a second. The Senate.
Christmatified. Don't you see his picture? How it's Christmatified?
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't notice the Christmas lights.
And Christmas DJ. Christmas lights. They
so we're gonna get serious here in a second. But welcome, Jay McCarthy. Thank you. She said she was gonna come on and support me. How are you doing tonight?
I'm okay, aside from my allergies kicking my ass. Hi for everybody that doesn't know me. I think all of you do, but just in case, my name is Jay McCarthy. I am an epic fantasy romance author, and I am going to plug my channel here because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it any other time.
No, go ahead. Shameless plugs from the panel is okay.
Which I don't know if you guys have my new link, but it's / J McCarthy World, I believe. Let me look. Because I finally made it so I can get rid of my ex's bullshit off my page. I'm at 100 subs.
Good for you. I'm glad to hear that. So we're gonna take it down to a serious level conversation. So I would like to ask the panel, nobody interrupts, everybody one at a time.
I'm just gonna hit a mute button real quick.
So nobody interrupting, none of that. I've got some things that I gotta say, and this needs to be said because this hit home. This hit me where I lived. This isn't a story that's far away from me. I'm not going to tell you guys my exact location, but you can probably guess by how angry I am. It's really close, very close to where we live. Thank God we were working, or we just didn't decide to go to a parade. We're not about that, but we could have. My mom could have been there. Thank God she was working late. She normally goes where this happened is literally 2 minutes from her house and about 5 from mine.
So just down the road.
So yeah, basically down the road both ways from us. And she actually knew some of the people too that are still at the hospital. So this is a very
I did say hello to you, Carmen.
So we're going to start with the first one so that you can get the context of how BLM is coding this victory, and then I'll read you Darrell Brooks's full rap sheet. And it's a long article, but I think it's important to read the history of this man. He is a terrible fucking person, a disturbed individual, and I don't give a fuck what his skin color is.
Yeah. And are you going to you're going to put us all on the back for the first article?
It's a 2-part article. Are you guys comfortable with that? Is that cool with you?
Yes. However,
as long as the dog doesn't touch me.
Before you start, Zod, this is what I need from you because I love you and I care for you and your mental health. Can you breathe for me for just a second before you get into all this craziness?
Well, I'll keep you here on the panel to reel me in. Cyber and PB, I'll throw you guys in the back. How do you feel about that? Everyone good with that?
I'm fine.
Is he gonna bite at my ankles?
Don't bite his ankles. All right, so I'll keep one buffer between me and going completely postal. Mm-hmm. So let's start with this first part. And so this first article, BLM supporter and militant. Hold on a second. Let me zoom into this. How the fuck do I do the zoom in again? Oh, yeah, it's the plus sign. So this is on our local news station. BLM supporter and militant says parade killings might be the beginning of the revolution. This guy is a well-known supporter. I checked out his page. He's pretty deep into it, and they're co-signing this. And I'm going to read some other stuff too, because a couple of other people who are within BLM actually started the GoFundMe for this person, and then they pulled it down when they realized the particulars. But I want to highlight this because endorsing just anybody, whether it's white or black, before you hear their crimes and what they did should not be a thing. Just like with Kyle Rittenhouse, look, I don't co-sign everything that he did. I don't think a kid should have been out there with a fucking gun. That's just my personal opinion. I do understand the reasons for it being that way, though. At the same point, I don't co-sign anybody who's just going to put up a fucking GoFundMe or support somebody based on the color of their skin either, before hearing this guy's fucking mile-long rap sheet and the horrendous shit that this man did before he even got into this accident. Look at this fucking highway. This right here is a small downtown area. All right, there were fucking kids in this square. There were fucking parents sitting in lawn chairs. I'm going to show some pictures so you guys get the gravity of fucking folded chairs with blood all over them because this fucker went up on a curb intentionally trying to hit people to slow down pursuit of the cops. He fucking intentionally went through a parade of people while being chased because he was recognized for some shit he did. He had no reason. They're toting this like he had a grand agenda, and he didn't. He has come out and said he wasn't protesting anything. He's just a sick fuck who decided to do this. So let's see what these self-indulgent pieces of shit have to say. A self-proclaimed militant who apparently supports Black Lives Matters took to the social media to say that the incident at the Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin may be the start of the revolution. 39-year-old Darrell Brooks, a black man, is suspected of being behind the wheel of the SUV. That's not suspected. He's now actually being held on charges. 5 people were killed. Almost 50 were injured. The number is roughly 45. High at 40s, not exactly 50. Were injured by an SUV. Authorities have yet to release the information, which points to a clear motive for the violence, which, as according to some of the interviews on the news, there was no motive. Ven Myers, who described himself on his Twitter bio, community activist, battle rapper, militant, tattoo artist, among other titles, said in a Facebook Live on Monday, "It sounds like this is possible that the revolution has started in Wisconsin. It started with this Christmas parade." I'm not going to play that because fuck him. A report from Fox News says Myers is a well-known activist in Milwaukee. Looking at Myers' Twitter profile, he has included several pro-BLM tags in his bio, including hashtag Black Lives Matters. Myers offers his knowledge on the matter on Facebook Live, but has also said to his audience he was not going to speak on no rumors. I said I wasn't going to speak on no rumors. Y'all are repeating some of that stuff has come up, and I could tell you that the initial person who reached out to me said that they believe that this is a verdict, and so I made the assumption of which side it would be from. But I don't know, Myers said on his Facebook Live. The verdict Myers mentioned is the recent not guilty verdict from Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Rittenhouse was facing murder charges for killing 2 Kenosha protesters in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The defense claimed Rittenhouse acted in self-defense when he shot the 2 protesters, and a jury found him not guilty in all courts. So this part of this ties back to that. And people have been upset. And these people on Twitter and on these different groups have come out and said, and this isn't just him, because there's other stuff I'm going to get into, because that gets into our next article, where I'll talk about the GoFundMe that was started. But these people have decided that this is the same thing. They're comparing and contrasting this to the Kyle Rittenhouse case. Now, Jay McCarthy, yeah, I see you. Go ahead. What do you think of that comparison? Like, is this even in the same ballpark?
So here's my issue with all this. So that article in itself, I don't care who spun what and who said what. My whole problem is, as somebody who's in the service, calling these people militants is really fucking irritating. But that's just my personal opinion. But for comparing this to Rittenhouse, regardless of the situation, he was legally justified. I don't care about the details. I haven't spoken on Rittenhouse because it's so polarizing and I stay away from these topics, but I get why people are upset. I 100% do. However, it feels like people are still assuming that he killed like a racist kills, for instance. So, and it's really frustrating because it is not at all the same ballpark. If they were going to compare it to anything, I feel like they should have compared it to the Ahmaud Arbery case, in which 3 white men have been convicted by a jury as guilty for killing 1 black man. And in that case, BLM wouldn't even apply, because that case, there was justice made, because they were 3 fucking hillbilly ass dumbasses who decided that they were going to go kill this black guy because they were fucking racial prejudice. Even if they weren't racist, but they had these racial, mindsets that made them think that this person was dangerous, when realistically Ahmaud Arbery wasn't even dangerous. And the whole Rittenhouse thing, like, literally the only thing that people could even say about Kyle Rittenhouse is the fact that he was 17. That's literally it. He was 17. That is the biggest argument, which I support. I wouldn't want my 17-year-old running around with a weapon. However, like, it's very obvious that it was in self-defense. It doesn't matter whether or not he was there to cause trouble or this, that, the other. He was attacked and he defended himself. Like, for me, if I was in that situation, what if I was just walking down the street one day and, like, I was attacked? Am I not allowed to defend myself? Or would I be found guilty or automatically shamed because I have military training, so that makes me unable to defend myself? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, there's just so many. There's not even a parallel between this guy driving through a parade and fucking Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse is a dumb fucking kid that made a dumb fucking decision that hopefully he never makes again. But the fact of the matter is, I don't necessarily agree or disagree with the verdict. I just follow the legal wording of what self-defense is in Wisconsin, and he was legally, by the letter of the law, defending himself. It doesn't matter. Like, and you can't compare the two. This is some dude that drove a vehicle through a parade. I haven't even looked into this case, but hearing just you talking about it just hurts my fucking heart, because these people, revolution from what? Like, that's my question.
That's my $1,000 question too, because you know something, this is the biggest thing that pisses me off about this movement, is that, don't get me wrong, there are some people who have peacefully protested. That's a thing. I don't want to say that hasn't happened, but
Right.
Most of this has been violent. And do you guys not remember Martin Luther King, the person who made peaceful protest a thing, who showed the world that peaceful protest could happen? Gandhi, fucking any of these guys ring a bell, and
they would be so fucking sick right now.
Exactly. They didn't have to raise a hand. They didn't have to fucking strike anyone. They didn't have to burn a business down. See, the difference between a riot and a protest is that a riot is dumb fucking people who enact violence, and half of the time they loot shit and just want to destroy property. Okay? It isn't about the message. It's about taking shit and burning shit to the ground. Where a protest, like they're claiming, a peaceful protest, is about making sure you send a message as peacefully as possible. Now, look, to standing in the middle of the road with signs and shit like that, is that annoying? Yes, but it's peaceful and it serves a purpose. Everything that's been linked with this group, or that they've attached themselves to or said was such a great idea, has led to violence and people dying, losing their lives. Perp says, but people also tear up the streets when their favorite teams win or lose. Perp, seriously, this isn't the same thing, man. This is serious. Like, this isn't a riot. This was people gathering for a holiday get together, and this dude ran an SUV through a crowd of people, and another group supporting that. People lost their lives. A child died. Okay? A mother was injured and now has to live with the fact that her child is dead. I don't know what to say. The pictures are so fucking horrible, and I can't show everything. Like I said, I'll show a few things, but I'm not going to go into the details. But the the news cycle had very disturbing pictures. I had some friends that were right there, like literally this vehicle whooshed past them. Okay. And their aim was people. They turned into a crowd and fucking went through it like a plow truck. Okay.
Yeah.
They actually maliciously plowed through people and actually sped up to get to get maximum effect. And yeah, Jenny, it happened in Toronto too. I remember that. And you know what? It's different than, you know, when I heard it in Toronto, it didn't hit, but I understand now. I understand. You know, you sit there and you go, "Oh, I sympathize," but then when it actually happens in your community, you go, "Holy fuck! This is a thing. This is a real thing." You know, there's friends of mine who I know who are in the fucking hospital right now because of this. Janie Davis says that Mr. Zod's Phantom Zone, it doesn't apply here, but the riots are a community's response when they've tried everything else and nothing's heard. That's a bullshit excuse. I'm sorry. Riots, since I've been a kid, have always been useless and never worked. They rioted when in '92, the LA riots, when what was his name? The truck driver got beat by the police, which, by the way, he was on PCP and they had stunned him a bunch and they didn't show that footage. It was later re-edited and recut where you see what actually happened and he charged them. But that's besides the point, okay? I understood that. But how does breaking shit and stealing shit solve anything? I don't remember Martin Luther King standing up and going, "I have a dream that one day when horrible shit happens, my people will go and burn shit to the ground and beat the fuck out of people." I don't remember that part of Martin Luther King's speech. I maybe my history is rusty. I don't remember that. This man walked through Selma, through the racist southern parts of the U.S., where he was there were fucking bridges of sheriffs and cops with hoses, clubs, and guns. And they stared them down. And they walked through that. They challenged them, and their resolve went out. This is not anybody's resolve winning out. This is people acting fucking stupid like petulant children.
Yeah. Because some people haven't been to Afghanistan, and it certainly shows. I don't know. I'm all for taking a stand. I'm all for standing up for what you believe in.
But to make me laugh, you son of a bitch.
So, like, I'm all for those things. And don't get me wrong. Like, I don't mean to derail your conversation here, Zod, but I want it to be very, very fucking important that we mention that just because we're talking about these topics does not mean we value one color over the other. The situation is this. I think that everybody deserves to have a place on this planet and everybody deserves to work for that place. But when you start treating people with disrespect on either side, it doesn't matter. I've had good people and bad people of all different shapes, sizes, colors, locations, everything in my life. And I always choose kindness because I ain't got fucking time to be fucking guilty about how I treated somebody. And so when I'm on this panel and I'm having this conversation with you guys, I don't want you guys to feel that it's all because of one group of people. This is a generic statement coming from me. I don't give a shit what the fuck you look like. If you treat me decent, I'm going to treat you decent. And that's it. I don't have fucking time to play these fucking games that these people are trying to play. Like, life is too short. Why are you gambling with your fucking lives? For what? Again, revolution from what? Like, we have so many more rights in this country than anybody around the fucking world, first and foremost. Second of all, yes, everybody is treated differently. Even me as a female, even me as a brunette female, I'm treated differently than the blonde female next to me. Or the blonde female next to me is treated differently than the blonde female next to her because her boobs are fucking bigger. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all treat everybody differently. And I don't understand why these people are gonna do these things with fucking malice. And as far as driving a car through a fucking parade, it'd be one thing if somebody was swarming his vehicle, or their vehicle, I should say, you know, their vehicle, and causing problems and doing all this stuff. Because sure, if somebody's gonna crowd my vehicle and climb on my fucking vehicle, of course I'm gonna fucking hit them. I got insurance. But I'm not like, but this dude just, these people were just enjoying a fucking day, the first dose of normal, it feels like, after the fucking beer bug. And now this dude is just gonna fuck. Sorry, I'm going real Boston. I'm so sorry.
Speaking of which, let's go to the post, because part of this makes me feel like, before we get started, part of this makes me feel like they're trying to excuse some of this shit. And part of it feels like a rundown. They're trying the angle of, well, this is a man who's had a life of crime and bad stuff happen. And look, bad stuff happens to everyone. I know brave people in the chat, and I know people who have been on this panel who have gone through all sorts of shit. There is nothing in the world you could tell me that excuses this man's motives. This was a fucking Christmas parade. This is going to be something talked about in my state because of this. This is going to have association. This is going to affect people wanting to do this Christmas parade again. So, the life and crimes of accused Waukesha Christmas parade killer Darrell Brooks. A Milwaukee man turned a quaint small town Christmas parade into a blood-soaked nightmare as he left 6 dead and over 60 injured in his career criminal who has spent more than half of his life trapped in a revolving door of incarceration, drug abuse, and violence. Now look out how the post used his life trapped in a revolving door of incarceration, drug abuse, and violence. So because you've had a shitty life, because you've had drug addiction problems, which I'm sorry, that's on you, and your own abuse, you feel the need that's okay. And people try to make it like that's an okay excuse to take that out on other people. That's bullshit. It is total bullshit. So you want to make people's lives shitty, and you just want to do something random and fucking injure 60 people and kill 6 people. One of them was a child, which I noticed they fucking leave that out. That's supposed to, there's supposed to be some kind of sympathy because, oh, they've had a tough life. This is the shit that this shouldn't be justified. This man is a fucking horrendous piece of shit. Darrell Brooks, 39, allegedly used a red Ford Escape to plow through revivers at an annual what the fuck?
It looks like it's revelers.
Revelers at the annual Christmas celebration in Waukesha, Wisconsin on Sunday. But his life of crime started 22 years ago when he was 17 years old. Over the next 2 decades, Brooks would proceed to wreak havoc across 3 states. He racked up convictions for abusing his parents, raping and impregnating a teenager, and a constant streak of other violent crimes. A review of his history patched together from court documents, criminal records, interviews and public records reveal that along the way, not a single social safety net caught him until it was too late. Like, you see this wording? You see the wording that they're using here? So just so I gotta stop it. Just because this pisses me off. Just so we get this straight. Because you had a fucking tough life. Which, by the way, let's keep in mind, he fucking abused his parents. Okay? I don't even want to know what that shit was about.
Partners. It said partners, not parents. But still.
Okay. My mind space. Yes, partners. But, so this guy had a rough life, right? They're playing it like because he was in and out of the jail system and because he fell through the cracks of society, that it's somehow an excuse to go and ruin other people's lives. 3 states. This man rained terror across 3 different states. It's unbelievable that anybody has the balls to justify this fucking behavior. It really pisses me off to no end that these cocksucking liberal pieces of shit for the Post can sit here and try to spin this like this man is a victim of tough circumstances.
Oh, I'm a victim of tough circumstances. You know what I did? I got the fuck up and got it together.
Like, and Janie, yeah, what the actual fuck? Yeah, Janie, $1,000 bill. What the actual fuck? Yeah, and people tried to start a GoFundMe for that. Can you believe that shit? It's unbelievable how anybody could be sympathetic to this fucking piece of shit. This man has brutalized people across 3 states. And let's not forget, he's also done domestic violence and he raped and impregnated a minor. And now here we go. We're going to give all of the symptoms that he has because this is a good fucking excuse for someone to rape a minor. And not only rape them, but impregnate them. And to do horrendous shit. I am sorry. There is not a fucking excuse in the world for this horrendous behavior. And the real failure is that nobody actually caught this fucker till now. That's the failure. That's a fucking failure of justice. It has nothing to do with a societal, personal failure. I mean, listen to this shit. This shit is unbelievable. Brooks was 11 years old when he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression while growing up in the inner city of Milwaukee without his father. Court record shows he was admitted to a mental hospital at 12 and attempted suicide numerous times earlier years after losing his grandmother and watching his father abuse his mom, papers say. And look, that is horrible. That is horrible that he had to watch a pattern of abuse. But that does not excuse somebody inflicting the same pain on innocent people. I do not care. There is no excuse because you're making more victims over it. And it's really a failure on the places he was fucking admitted to that he was let out. Jay, he was let out. So is this is also on them too? How is this on other people? Why should we feel guilty about that?
Yeah, like you have mental health issues. Okay. Did you even accept treatment? Did you get medication? Did you do any of the work to go overcome those? No, you just sat there and fucking soaked in the abyss of fucking misery. That is not anyone else's problem but your own. So, segue here. If you have mental health issues, please, please, please get fucking help so that you don't snap and do something that you fucking regret. This fucking guy, he didn't snap and do something he regretted. He has a trail of issues that need to be addressed and fixed, and hasn't been. And a lot of that is, I don't want to say self-induced because I don't want to blame the victim of their circumstances. However, if you don't do the fucking work to tackle the shit that you're going through, you're not going to grow out of that cycle. But that's nobody else's fault.
Janie Davis says abusers are almost always former victims, but 99% of the people don't go that way with their own pain. Exactly, Janie Davis. Exactly. Fucking yes. I 100% agree. Everybody who's on in this chat, okay, I've talked with you. You've been on the panels and been brave enough to share your own story. Has any of you hit people with your car? Did you fucking abuse somebody else in your life? No. You are the fucking brave ones because you got fucking help. You said, I need to beat this and I can't do it on my own. It takes more fucking strength to admit that you need help than to, and I'm sorry, but I'm just going to be blunt here because that's how Zod rolls, than to be a fucking pussy and cry to a fucking paper, poor me, my childhood was this, I was that. I lived in the fucking inner city. I saw one of my friends get killed. I had my friends pulled over in front of me and frisked for no reason. I lost people. I lost a good friend of mine on my birthday to drinking and driving. Okay? And I'm not sitting up here going, oh my God, when I was like in high school and my friend died, it was just so tragic that now I have to inflict pain on other. No, that's bullshit. It's a bullshit cop-out fucking excuse. If you want it, you can get help. Even if it's hard, even if it's tough, if you have real determination and drive to get better, there is support out there and you can find it, or you can be the one to make a difference so it's available to people. That's how you make a fucking change. So this fucking fluff piece in the beginning here, talking, of course, from the Post, talking about the cycle of tragedy. Look at this man, right? They're painting, and this is what I'm talking about with the media, Jay. They're painting this like this guy's the fucking victim. Like me from this area where it fucking happened, where my fucking mother and child walked the streets, where my best friends almost died. I should fucking feel bad for this piece of shit. I should feel guilty because, oh, woe is him and his tragedy. Fucking kiss my ass. That is a fucking bullshit, cop-out fucking excuse. It's a load of horse shit. And I'm sorry, folks. I'm going to get really fucking raw on this one and real. Because this is ridiculous. I have seen so many fucking brave people I've talked to, and I have had the privilege of speaking with so many brave people. And it's made me realize that even some stuff I've said in my life is excuses. Okay? So this shit doesn't fly. I mean, am I wrong? Am I being too harsh?
No, I mean, like I was saying earlier, I mean, we all go through shit. Like it's not a matter of your circumstance, it's a matter of how you react to said circumstances. Like, I've been through some shit, like, but I'm not over here like abusing people and doing this, that, and the other because it just bothers me because mental health is so important, and these are the types of things that happen if you don't get treated. And I'm not saying that this is because of his mental health at all. That's not an excuse. This is a choice that he specifically made that day that he cannot take back now. This is not anything to do necessarily with mental health. However, obviously there's factors, but that doesn't give you the right to treat people like this, even a little bit.
So let's read more of this bullshit, because this is from his old words, right? But this isn't an excuse, no. But the papers are going to paint it like this guy is a fucking misunderstood, tragic fucking figure. You know what? I hope they put too the fucking grieving mother right now who buried her child. I hope they put them, or the fucking people, the 60 people that are sitting in the hospital right now. I hope we get their fucking quotes. Or the fucking rest of everybody who was at that fucking parade inches away, who had to watch people in front of them mowed down. I hope we get their fucking quote. Oh no, because that would be too balanced, right? We only hear one side. We don't get both sides.
I was just gonna say that would be too easy.
I didn't have a father growing up, so my mom was stuck raising me and my older sister. My mother raised me and my brother. We were on welfare for most of my childhood, Brooks wrote in a letter, wrote in 2007 letter to a judge. My father was an alcoholic who was very abusive to my mom. My father's dad was also an alcoholic. He wrote, I grew up in the inner city full of drugs and prostitution. Brooks claimed in the letter his mother is a Christian woman with Southern roots, steered him away from trouble on the streets, but despite her best efforts, Brooks would go on to follow his father's footsteps. He eventually became an addict and a habitual domestic abuser, prone to violence and threats, and he used a vehicle as a weapon on numerous occasions, authorities have said. Brooks lamented to a judge in a 2007 letter that he knew what it was like to have your own flesh and blood walk out on you, and claimed he just wanted to have his kids claimed he just wanted his kids to have what he never had, a father. By then, Brooks had already abandoned his firstborn son before the child was 3 months old. He disappeared, the kid's mother told the Post during a recent interview. I've done all of this on my own, raised my child by myself. The woman initiated a paternity case in Wisconsin, Waukesha County, for failure to pay child support, and is still ongoing today. So this is some of the crimes. A year after he was charged with a felony in 1999 at the age of 17 for substantial battery and intending bodily harm. He was given 3 years of probation, but soon after that found himself tangled up with the law for being hit with misdemeanor charges in 2002, 2003 over separate incidents. In 2005, he moved to Nevada in a bid for a fresh start. Within the year, he was charged with a statutory sexual seduction and contributed to the delinquence of minor after he raped and impregnated a teenage girl who he claims told him she was 18 at the time. He settled the case by pleading guilty, but was ordered not to contact the victim, a requirement he repeatedly violated by calling the teen using stolen phone cards and confronting her at the bus stop, landing him back in jail for 129 days. Records show 129 days. Some of this, you know what? Some of this is on the fucking justice system. Like, how do you make that order and you only give someone 129 days? That's shit I will never understand. Anyway, as a result of the conviction, Brooks was forced to register as a sex offender in the state, and during that time behind bars, he was participated in a 2007 documentary called Crystal Darkness. Fucking jumped up. God, I hate this shit. He told filmmaker Logan Neeham about his struggles with methamphetamines and his failure as a father. I thought it would be wonderful to be a father, the greatest dad ever. I am going to give him everything that I didn't have. Then it's like, reality settling in, you actually become the drug Brooks said on the film of his addiction. Needham told the Post he recalled Brooks seemed very genuine in his desire to turn his life around. We interviewed people who had killed and other really bad stuff, and now they are reaping the consequences from that, Needham said this week. It was always very sad, but with Brooks, I felt like he definitely had remorse, and I think he felt bad about the decisions he made that landed him where he was. Needham said over the years, he would sometimes get updates on the inmates he interviewed, but he lost track of Brooks and said he was shocked to hear he was a suspect in the Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy. So the violence escalated in 2009, 2011. Brooks was in and out of jail for a series of crimes, including resisting or obstructing an officer, strangulation, and suffocation. During 2011 bust, he was charged with restricting or obstructing an officer for a second time after he was pulled over for not wearing a seatbelt. During a traffic stop, a Milwaukee police officer jumped inside of Brooks's car, fearing that he would be run over. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reported on the incident. As Brooks began to drive away while the officer was talking to him, the officer got inside of the car and wrestled control of the steering wheel. Eventually, the officer stopped the car, removed the keys, and Brooks ran off. He was later found hiding in a children's playhouse on the same block and was taken into custody. In 2016, he was busted again, failing to register as a sex offender. And in July 2020, he was fired a gun at his nephew during a fight over a cell phone. Andrew Brooks told the police he got into a friend's car following the dispute and was driving away when his uncle walked into the front yard with a gun and fired one shot at him, leaving him in fear of his safety. Officers soon found Brooks with a stolen Beretta 9mm handgun and a clear plastic baggie with 3 multicolored methamphetamine pills inside, records show. He was charged with 2 counts of second-degree reckless endangering safety and use of dangerous weapons, and was ordered to stay away from his nephew and his I'm guessing his nephew's mother. In a victim impact statement obtained by Daily Mail, the nephew wrote that the encounter made me come to the conclusion that this man wasn't family or kin to me. Brooks was facing 10 years behind bars for the crime, the heaviest sentence he had faced so far. But when the court was unable to guarantee him a speedy trial due to backlog cases because of the apocalypse, he was released February 2021 on a $500 bail. Fuck the law system. So fucking failed. Jesus Christ. From there, he went to Georgia, where he was arrested for a misdemeanor battery with a designation of family violence. A little over 3 months, he got out of jail. Prosecutors in Wisconsin courtroom on Tuesday. Following Brooks's troubles in Georgia, he made his way back to Wisconsin, where he had a penchant for violence bubbled up again while he was staying in an American Inn motel in Wisconsin Lenox Heights neighborhood with his ex-girlfriend. Brooks accosted the woman and knocked her cell phone out of her hand, then went after her in his Ford Escape when she fled. He caught up with her at a BP gas station about half a mile from the motel and demanded she get out of the car, the court records allege. When she refused, he struck her in the face and ran her over with his car, leaving the woman with swelling on her lip and dried blood on her face and with tire tracks on her pant legs, the police said. The ex-girlfriend told cops he had allegedly threatened to kill her on multiple occasions. He had previously tried to choke her and was jealous and controlling, according to police reports. Brooks denied the allegations and suggested to the police the woman made them up because she was drunk. He ended up being charged with recklessly endangering safety, bail jumping, battery, and disorderly conduct in the incident, but was given an appropriately low bail of $1,000. In the Milwaukee County District Attorney John Chrisham later said, leaving him free to wreak havoc on the Christmas parade about 3 weeks later. So all that shit that I just read happened 3 weeks before this incident. Fucking bravo on a spectacular fucking fuck up by our justice. Around 4:35 p.m. that Sunday, the Waukesha Police Department was alerted of another domestic disturbance involving Brooks and his ex-girlfriend in the vicinity of White Rock School. But by the time the cops responded, it was too late. As Brooks desperately drove away from the school, he barreled towards the Christmas parade, smashed through the barricades, and plowed through revelers and merchants celebrating the annual event with no emotion on his face, the police said. He left 6 people dead, the youngest being 8-year-old Jackson Sparks, and a dozen more injured, many who are still hospitalized. There are not words to describe the risk that this defendant presents to the community, Susan Opper told Waukesha County Court Commissioner Kevin Costello during Brooks' initial hearing. I actually walked down this street quite a bit. In the corner right here is the restaurant that me and my girlfriend go to. Not only a flight risk, but the dangerousness he presents, his history of violence, and the allegations in this complaint were, it is stated plainly that on several occasions he was told to stop by police officers. She said everything was done to get him to stop, and he just simply continued down the road, causing death and destruction in his path. Brooks was charged with 5 counts of first-degree intentional homicide, but Opper said he will be hit with a 6th charge following the death of the youngest victim, 8-year-old Jackson Sparks, who had been in critical condition after the attack. Each homicide count carries a potential sentence of life behind bars without parole. I'm an old guy who has been doing this for almost 40 years, the court commissioner said during a hearing. The nature of this offense, I've not seen anything like it in my very long career. I had to read this and bring this home to you guys because this is very saddening. I know these places that they showed. I ate at that restaurant that you saw in the corner. That me and Bitchy called that our spot. Okay. This has violated the sanctity of our neighborhood. And the fact that anybody could get behind this evil man, the fact that anybody could do a GoFundMe or anything to try to raise bail money for this man, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. The fact that BLM even comes out and has a fucking word to say about this after I've read this all to you, these are stated facts. I didn't make this shit up. This is on his record. It's disgusting. I'm going to bring the other panelists in and get some thoughts before we get to something happier, but let me go down the line because Jay, you're first, and then I'll go to Husky, and then I'll go to PB. Jay, what do you think about this? And what do you think about this?
It makes me wonder if the people that were trying to do this GoFundMe even knew this information about this person, or if they were just like, oh, it's just another black man getting treated like shit by the police. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if they knew what this person was, then they wouldn't do that. But I don't know. It's very sad and very disheartening. to hear that this person got off so many times. Like, he ran over his girlfriend with his fucking vehicle, yo. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use the restroom for a second. Go ahead, Husky. Give us your thoughts.
Well, I had something else to say. It was my first thought. I forgot it, but at this point, because this is the main point of thing, is like this guy has his mental health problems, and you know what they're gonna do what they do with everybody who has mental health problems. They're just gonna ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just either gonna happen again, or this guy's just gonna take his life because he'll go that far off the edge because they just don't give a shit about mental health problems. Really, they really don't. I've never seen anything. Fucking the news, they never ever say, "Oh, this guy probably had mental health problems. They should do something about mental health. Give these people mental." No, they don't. They don't give a shit. They really don't. If you had all this help with mental health, maybe it would have never happened. Maybe there'd be a lot of things that didn't happen if people had,
Easy access.
help. Yeah, easy access to mental health. But not everybody does, and they don't want to push it. They don't want to help at all. And then when people try to do stuff with mental health, some people try to pretend they know, but they don't know at all. Because you really don't know unless you suffer from any of these things.
Yep.
Jamie Davis says, watch this guy sells the rights to his story so Hallmark can make a movie of the week fluff piece after he offs himself.
What Hallmark doesn't make movies like that. They make stupid romance movies.
PB, what do you think about this?
Oh no, did he fall asleep in the back? Shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you bored him. You bastard. By the way, be sure to do what I now have as my name to the stream. Please like the stream to dislike it.
But yeah. This was a tragedy. This was something that shouldn't have happened. And you know, reading all of this, it's not just a failure on
Also said, did you get Perp's message? He said he'd like to join the stream. I don't know if he popped in the back room at all.
No, I sent him a link. This isn't just a failure on, you know, the person necessarily either. This is a failure on the justice system as well. This man got off so many times for the horrendous shit, and some of this was in our state. Fucking Nevada, Georgia. This man got off all of these times, even having a prior record, being a registered sex offender. Got off. And now the buck stops here after somebody's already died. And the fact that he was institutionalized and they fucking released him knowing this shit that he had, knowing that his mom was abused in front of him, knowing that he was on drugs, knowing he had bipolar disorder and depression simultaneously. I mean, this is a failure on multiple things. So why I'm really pissed off that they try to be obtuse and boil this down to a poor me, or it's not the individual's fault. No, it's 100% his fault. As long as he's a human being and he has the capacity to know right and wrong, it is his fault. But this is also the fault of the justice system, of the fucking of mental health facilities. This is a failure on multiple fucking systems that let this guy fucking escape through the cracks before he came through and terrorized an innocent town and ended Jackson Sparks' life.
Hey Zod. Planet Q said the people weren't all white people that were hit and killed at this parade, and that she's so sorry that this happened in your hood.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sorry if I'm not bringing up comments.
And
I do
I know
apologize.
some people in the chat know I retweeted somebody that I know, with that band that I was talking about. One of his co-workers were affected by this. And he lives in the same area as he was down in the Milwaukee area, as PB would say.
And these weren't people who were making any. This was a fucking Christmas parade. I heard this when I was at the mall. The cops called us in case they didn't catch him. They called us all the way over at my
I'm pretty
mall.
sure you got those alerts on your phone, didn't you?
Yeah. If you guys were to...
And here's the thing, riots and stuff, some people talk, oh, the sporting event. Okay, I don't agree with the sporting events ones either. Fucking, the one I can think of the most, I'm pretty sure some of the UK friends can label a lot more with, I will say it's soccer, what they call it football. But like anytime a Philly team wins a championship, the fans decide to burn that city down. I think it's the most stupid, moronic thing ever. And I don't that's not even politically motivated. That's sport motivated.
If I don't answer comments right away, please don't take it personally. This is a very tough topic for me to talk about because, like I said, this hit close to home.
PB, you up, or did the mic just fall on you?
Oh,
he's up.
We're tapping your icon. PB, you there?
Stop tapping me.
Very soft.
So, PB, how much of this did you hear?
You mean how much of it did I hear? I heard all of it.
Oh. So, what do you think of this? I got everyone's thoughts.
It's totally fucking ridiculous.
That's
the short version.
What's your expanded version?
I don't care what kind of help this guy needs or gets. He just needs to be kept away from everybody else.
Yep. I 1000% agree. Moose, what's up, Moose? Says, hey, Zod and panel, just wanted to stop by and show my love. Can't stay for long, but hopefully my emotional support wife can help a bit. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I love you, husband. You know what this feels like? Sorry, go ahead.
Saba? Did I say that right? Please. Yes. Okay, good score. Different circumstances, but this reminding me of the guy a few years ago. Yep, who drove the U-Haul through my city, mowing people over. Sorry, Sad. Thank you. I appreciate it.
The other instance I mentioned in the chat was the Boston Marathon bombing.
Mm-hmm.
I know that was a bomb and not a car, but that was a public event too that a lot of people were at.
Yeah.
Jenny Gunn said, when I was in college, this guy broke into college with a gun and ran around shooting it and R-wording people. I don't know what the R word is.
It rhymes with grape.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to grape you in the mouth. You've seen that video?
No, I haven't.
The video's fucked up, but it's hilarious. I will find it and I will send it to you.
Okay,
no, I don't know if we want to show it here. That's not appropriate
to
at this
something a little bit ridiculous, something happy. Yes, Jay.
And one more thing. The last thing I'm going to say is, you know what this kind of feels like? It almost feels like this guy doesn't know how to exist in real society, so he keeps getting in trouble so that he's behind bars.
Hey, Perp, what's up?
What up?
How you doing, Perp? I'm feeling a little somber today. Feeling a little blue, not purple.
Hi, Perp.
It's the holidays. You should be, feeling good. How you doing?
Well, you heard the story, Perp.
Yeah, just another crazy, just another episode of America.
So, Perp, let me ask you something because as a person who is doing quite well for yourself and stuff, and you and me grew up
I'm
in the
alright.
same kind of hood, right? You know, you were on the shittier side. We all know New York's the best side, but we're not going to get into that.
Anyways,
get into the
anyways,
Jersey New York fight. I want to see it.
even though New York's like, you know what? I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to stoop to your level.
I'm sorry, I had to throw shots, but let me ask you something on a
Get
serious
the
note.
and then we
I'm
also got
sure
someone from like the Boston area. So come on, I want to see the fight.
So as someone who knows about shit that could happen, you and me have probably seen our fair share of hood shit, right? Do you think that makes an excuse?
Well, let me be clear. I am not from the hood. Did not grow up in the hood. I grew up in the suburbs.
Okay. Okay, so then do you think this is a good justification for somebody to do the shit they did? Do you think
No,
they should?
no, but like I said, like this really isn't nothing new because we keep seeing this time and time again. Like I brought up like January 6th, like what drove those people to go ahead and storm the fucking Capitol.
The
You know what I'm
Bull Man
saying?
guy, the Bull Man, oh, was a fucking Buffalo Man. They
Yeah,
found out
it's
he's a
just
fucking nut job.
yeah, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't put nothing past none of no person, you know, because I feel like yeah, it's always suspect too when like the media covers these things because they always go out of their way to just put somebody's past all out on blast and stuff like and they pick and choose too, and it's just really it's really odd. But it's I don't know. I just feel like
Yeah.
I feel like it's easier. It's easier said than done for most people. But like, if you go through these traumatic things and stuff like that, some people just, you know, can't go past that. You know, that's all they know. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you bring up that interesting point, and this is good. See, me and Perp might joke around, but why I love talking to Perp or talking with Perp is that he does come with that philosophical shit every now and again. You know what I mean? That deep thought. And so let me ask you something. Do you think, though, with the way that the post wrote that, because you did say like the way that they tend to cover these things, right? Do you
Mm-hmm.
think that it should be written like it almost sounds like a justification, right? It still doesn't justify it, right? If you have a bad childhood, that doesn't give you a license to inflict that pain on other people. Sure, it's all you know. Sure, we don't know what it's like to be the person, yada, yada, yada. But you know what I never noticed, Perp? I don't see the interviews for the victims or for the mother who lost her 8-year-old son, who was African American, by the way. Where's the BLM outrage for those people? Because there were black and white and
But
probably
that's
other
the thing,
races
right?
who
We
got hit.
gotta. I feel like with the whole BML thing, whatever that BM, yeah, Black Lives Matter, whatever. A lot of lines are being blurred because people when they first started, people were thinking like, oh, Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter. But that wasn't the whole point of the whole movement. It's not saying like, oh, your life don't matter, but like we're just trying to put the focus on this specific subject because certain things are going down in this country and it shows. And, you know, people on both sides like to pick and choose what they want to pay attention to because even you look at somewhere like Chicago, it's like there's
Amen.
it's literally genocide over there.
Yep.
It's literally genocide, and nobody. That's the best thing to like for everybody to come together and be like, yo, we need to stop that. You have babies killing babies, and it's just out. That's just
A
normal.
fucking perp, fucking expertly perp. That was expertly put. That was 100%. It's a what? It's a pick and choose. And I think you articulated that better than I can, right? Because
And I also, before you continue, I also want to, and that the whole Kyle thing plays into it because that plays on people's emotions.
yeah,
That's why I said
and we said that, right?
that whole situation is suspect within itself. But but they're always going to have those cases where we need to put they always want to put a face to something, right? Like let's bring the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, right? LeBron James makes a comment, but he's probably not the only one that made a comment about it. But they want to single out LeBron James so he could be the face of that. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he's still a piece of shit too. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like if you're a celebrity, then bam, it works the same way as if we were to say on the opposite end, oh, but you're not saying everything, right? I see
Mhm.
what you're saying on both sides, right? And that's what I'm saying, Perp. You expertly articulate my point is that it's not down the fucking middle, and nobody understands the pain if it ain't happening to them. If it didn't happen in their neighborhood, if it didn't happen to people they know, uh, everybody rides that line like they do fucking know. And I'm saying this across the board for everyone. Anybody speaking on it who doesn't fucking live in the area and doesn't know people who are hurt by this, friends, family, neighbors, uh, having to look at a restaurant you go to every day and knowing
Oh,
that someone ended people there. I
and
mean,
also let me also bring this up, right? You talk about like that's where you live at, so a lot of people don't know, and bringing up the whole police situation, a lot of people's like, oh, support the police and stuff and all that, and why people don't fuck with the police because like most of the places that police are policing, they don't even live there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what causes a lot of problems as well because they don't know the area, they don't know the people or nothing like that. They just hire whoever. So it's like there's always everything that's put in front of our faces on Twitter, whatever it is, it's meant to divide and get a reaction. And it's going to continue to happen.
pounding the pink veil. I've never been here before. It's okay. Just let me know if this isn't a right wing. This isn't a left wing. This is a people wing, and
A people wing.
yeah,
Yeah, like
just so you know, I don't give a fuck what political beliefs anyone shares. You can go back through and watch my own old stuff. I don't care about what your beliefs and where they lie are. I care about people and people having the right to comment on things and us not getting shitty about it and being able to talk. That's where I stand because, like Perp was saying, and this is the whole point of me bringing up this discussion because this horrendous incident happened near me. I knew friends who were feet away from where that car struck. This is about discussing because you know what the fucking problem is here, Pink. You know what the problem is? Those fucking labels. They're all problems. Labels are all becoming issues. Who's right wing? Who's left wing? Who's this? Who's that? Who's black? Who's white?
Non-binary,
It
gender
doesn't
fluid.
fucking matter. We're
It
fucking
doesn't.
people. What the fuck happened to people?
So, if you remember, I have to find that, but everyone's seen the Morgan Freeman interview where he doesn't agree with,
I
like,
fucking
he
love
always
Morgan
says he doesn't
Freeman.
agree with Black History Month and stuff because we shouldn't be seeing that. We should be seeing each other as each other. He told the
Yeah.
interviewer, as I forget the interviewer name, he said, I should see you as that, and you should just call me Morgan Freeman. That's how we should see each other, as that. That's the level. Your name and who you are and what you do.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
also I wanted to add like I don't feel like this dude obviously did some fucked up shit, but like dragging his name through the mud, I don't think that helps nothing. But like what do we do to stop the next person from doing that? You know what I'm saying? How do we nip that in the butt?
Exactly, Perp. And did you hear what I said earlier? I said this isn't just on him. Yes, it's on him and he should face the consequences for killing those people, but this is also on the system. This is on the police that let him go. This is on the mental hospital that he was sent to when he was a kid that released him with fucking bipolar disorder and depression, and I'm sure did not treat him. Because if they would have treated him and offered help at 11, maybe this could have been a different path. I mean, am I wrong to assume that? So this is just a failure on just one apparatus. This is a gross failure on multiple apparatuses, and it's why it pisses me off that people try to use our tragedy as a fucking jump off point one way or the other. Because
Yeah.
this is a failure on multiple levels. This isn't just one fucking place where you could point a finger and go, that one did it. No, this is multiple services and multiple things that went wrong that didn't help this person until it was too fucking late. And then after they did something in 3 other states, failed to put him behind bars so he doesn't hurt anyone.
And caveat to that too, I mean, when they were talking about, oh, the community failed him, okay, did this person actually ask for help and not receive it? Or did he just say, oh, I've got mental health issues and I'm just going to use that as my ride or die, like trump card for anything and everything? Because there are so many people that are like, oh, well, nobody helps me. Okay, did you call this number? Did you call this number? Did you call that number? And they're like, oh, no, I didn't know about that. And it's like, it's because you haven't even tried. Like, that's the thing.
And thank you to this new person who's coming and enjoying the rant. Look, this is what we talk about here. Okay, I'm not fucking Van Menace or any of this other bullshit. I'm not here to talk about one side. I'm here to lay out for you guys simply. This is what my show is about. We are simply here to present you guys with articles and things, and sometimes we joke about them and we laugh. But with serious shit like this isn't about taking one side or the other. This isn't about calling someone wrong about one thing or the other. This, as far as I'm concerned, this has nothing to do with
we will have our own biases, and you'll see that they pop through.
Yeah, this has to do with what is right, what people should be talking about. You know, all of this shit that gets talked about, and Perp said it best, right? Perp, you're focusing on one thing or the other, right? But no one's focusing on the issue in the middle. And the only people who wind up suffering for those consequences are the innocent people, because I hate to tell everybody, 90% of the good people in the world are stuck in the fucking middle between two warring ideologies, between different views and opinions. There's people who are literally stuck in the middle. They agree with some things, they don't agree with some things, they disagree with this, they disagree with that. At the end of the day, nobody wants to talk like fucking people. Nobody wants to sit down and have an honest conversation. Nobody wants to be in a chat room because it devolves. And that's why I've made this show. This is the type of things that I want to tackle with people. I want them to be able to give their views and their opinions.
And out of everything with this coming out, so far this is the only, I'll just say, stream or source of media where we are talking more about his mental health.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't.
Why wasn't this covered on all those big media sites? Everyone else, this should have been the main talking point. Was this person's mental health? Not any group decided to hold him up. Not any group decided to hold him down. Why did this guy act this way? And could he have gotten help to prevent it from happening?
Could the justice system the first time, instead of giving this person bail, why? Here's the thing I've always wondered. Someone gets drunk, they go to jail, right? They become a regular. Why aren't we offering people, even if they don't take it, a pamphlet or a suggestion? And people used to do that. You get those people who are in and out of jails, right? And they'd be like, Joe's in the tank again, right? He's in the drink tank. And they used to be like, Joe, you got to get your shit together, right? But common fucking decency isn't there anymore.
But
but also getting trapped in a system too, that doesn't help neither, because that fucks with your mental too. Because once you have that felony, it makes it really hard for you to just be like just functional in society and shit. Like,
but Perp, that's the thing, right? And I've even seen this at my job, and let's just get it on the table, right? Let's just be real, because I'm a sergeant, I'm an assistant manager in a sense, right? And you know what? They give the bullshit on the application that it doesn't matter if you have a felony or whatever, we will look at an application. But the first thing a boss will say, don't fucking hire that person, they're a risk, right? Nobody wants to bet on you. And that is, you know what, Perp, that is a valid point. That is a valid thing. What if that person you bet on, yes, they could be shitty and it could turn to shit, and you could have to fire him. But what about the opposite end? What if the person gets the job that he needs, and then all of a sudden that changes? He winds up getting married, having kids, and saying, you know what? I fucked up when I was a kid, but because they gave me this opportunity, I've been here 20 years, I straightened my shit out, and now look at me. These are things that the media won't fucking pitch out there. They'll talk about how sorry they feel for someone, but where are the fucking solutions? Where is the fucking where's the questions that should be asked?
And Rose, that's an excellent point. You are absolutely correct. The question though is, how do we fix that?
And that is the never-ending. That's the fucking circle, isn't it, people? That's the never-ending circular thing. That fuck what side you're on, right? None of these fucking cocksucking politicians are talking either way, right? They want to fight about bills. They want to fight about fucking Trump or whatever, or some stupid shit. But why aren't they suggesting this shit? Why isn't our local people looking at the stats and crime rates and saying, hey, what are we doing to make mental health better? What are we doing for these places underfunded, right? What are we doing instead of bitching about the police? What are we actively doing to get better training, right? And maybe
also you got to think social media plays into a lot of
Yep.
people's mental state.
Yep.
and
whoever controls the algorithm. And this is obvious. You can see it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever fucking platform you're on. Whoever controls the algorithm, if that appeals to that person, they'll make sure that flows through the trending page.
You know, and it's so funny that you guys are bringing this up because everybody complains about their toxicity that they see on like their social media feeds and everything. I don't ever really see anything, and if I do come across anything, I just like block it.
Yeah, the block button is awesome, and you got the mute button as well.
Yeah. So I feel bad when everybody's like, because I'm like, oh, I'm on Twitter all the time, but they're like,
I have so many damn words muted on Twitter, and I muted them before I came back on last year because I'm just like, tired of seeing these constantly all the time. It's annoying.
Sherry
I muted a bunch of Star Wars words too because it was really getting fucking annoying.
Oh yeah, that does. But Sherry says the system does fail people that need help. My cousin asked for help and they let her out. She was stressed. Later that night, she parked her car on the tracks of an incoming train. I'm sorry to hear that, Sherry. My heart goes out to you
And,
on that.
Zod, you were talking about like the rehab stuff earlier, and I was thinking, I'm like, I've seen. I don't remember the name of the one, but I see a couple of them. I see so many ads for rehabilitation centers so people can get over their addictions. Not once have I seen anything come out saying, "Hey, come here so you can get your mental health checked up."
But even that's crazy with the rehabs, because like I've known some of my friends went to rehabs in Florida, and they said, "Yo, like the places where these rehabs are, it's like across the street from where they selling dope and shit. Like it'd be like right there. And it's just like that shit's crazy. And that shit's all a scam too."
And you know what, Perp? You know what? Since I've been a fucking kid, right? I've heard about that shit too. You know, they set up a rehab. You have a bunch of drug addicts together. Nick had to take a nap. He'll be back. You set up you have a bunch of drug addicts together, and then, like you said, you put them across the street from the people dealing. This is the shit that nobody is willing to talk about, and it's fucking sad that we have all of this angry outrage bullshit, but no one wants to be outraged at the right things, because you know why? Here's the secret, folks. You know why? The media and New York Post and Times and all of this other shit, Fox News, all of those cocksuckers, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, every fucking acronym, right? They all want to present you with something, but they don't want to present possible reasons. And here's the fucking funny thing. Go back 10 years ago, 11 years ago, right? Go fucking 20 years ago. they used to give little knowledges, little nuggets of encouragement, or they'd say, here's a place that's helping, right? Look at the news now. They don't want to sell hope because misery and fucking perpetuating problems sells.
Yep.
You,
Negativity sells.
negativity, exactly. Negativity, perp. We see it, and you know who I'm talking about. But we see it. We see the rage click shit sells. The rage click is the first thing everyone goes to,
Yeah,
and
this
that's why I
is
started
Hey,
this.
Zod, remember the Mandalorian? Remember we had all those streams and we're like, hey, we like this. Oh, this episode is pretty good, not too bad. And everybody's hating on it until the final one where Luke Skywalker appeared. I love bringing this one up because we keep laughing about it all the time because we were laughing about it that night when we were reviewing that episode.
Yeah,
It just sells. Like, even if company's on a good path, they'll find something and I go, this is bad. I was like, where the fuck did this come from?
Let's talk
and
defunding.
you know what, pounding that Pinkville, I don't like to get too much into the stats because you could take stats from anywhere and they'll be vastly different. I don't think it's necessarily the people that get hired. I think now it's the training. I think it's the making aware and giving different options. Now you have a situation where they've scared the shit out of these young officers, and they're trigger happy. And Jay, me and you know what it's like when you get those new recruits. If you don't know and you're new to the channel, me and Jay were both in the service.
I still am, but yeah.
He still is.
I've interacted
formerly
with
in.
both
And-
police. The older ones seem to be a lot more calm and reserved, and these young ones think they're the fucking shit.
Yeah, and here's the thing, and this goes across, and it's very related to the military, right? It's the young cats need the guidance, and there needs to be a passing of the torch. There needs to be good training, and this isn't just the police, man. This is everywhere. I mean, even my job in fucking security for the mall, no less. Okay, I've taught some of these young cats, and they don't want to listen, right? And I don't give up on them. I got to get out there and be like, hey, you got to lock this up. You got to do this. Even if I got to ride their ass, because that's my responsibility, right? They fuck up. It's on me. It's on me. I'm their trainer. I am responsible, even if they fuck up and I got to write them up or whatever, but I'm responsible for that, right? It's a failure on my part. And even if it's their mistake, I will take responsibility because I'm supposed to fucking lead them and guide them the right way. When they fail, we fail. And that's what's missing. It's not a we fail. It's everybody like, gimme. Oh, they failed. It's not my fault. No, if you're in a position of power over somebody, it is because you wanted that the top of the mountain. You wanted to be above. Well, that's the fucking responsibility, whether you like it or not. Sure, they fucked up. Sure, you need to scold them for that, but you need to think about as a leader, what could you have done better? What could you have done to guide this person that you didn't do? And if it isn't nothing that you did and they don't want to learn, then you got to let them go. It's as simple as that. But you don't just throw in the towel and you don't just fucking hand them the ball and go, okay, try to make it in the net. That's not how, I mean, am I right? Like the civilian world lacks teamwork. There's no accountability from anybody at the top because they say, fuck it, I made it to the top, so I don't have to fucking take any responsibility.
It's so funny you say that because I see that all the time working in HR because, like, I am a higher echelon within my HR group, let's say that. And basically, the person above me has been training me to basically take her place when she leaves. And so it's kind of like it's really funny because she'll ask me, like, hey, how do we do this? Or hey, how do we do that? And it's really nice because, I sit there and, and I help her and she helps me. And then, we take everything to the top. And then, there's people on our team that I'm very surprised still work there, let's just say. But but it's just like it's so different. Even though my civilian job kind of correlates to my military job, it's still a completely different beast. And so it's very strange to me when I see, even in my civilian work, like the people above us that don't want to take accountability, but they're always like, yeah, let's find the yes for the customer. And I'm like, okay, well, the yes for the customer is against all of our policies and procedures. So how would you like me to proceed? So
and that's it, right? That's just the thing. And this is the thing that I hate. Our fucking troll is here, Glare.
Hi, Blair.
What's up, Glare?
Does he have a freaking link? Is he one of the people you sent a link to?
No, but I'll send him one if he's not too tired, if he wants to jump into the conversation.
It's not an Amber Heard night. He can't simp over her tonight.
Yeah, no Amber Heard, Glare. So keep that shit out of here, you fucking weirdo. I love Will. He's a very
Our other troll, the Senate, disappeared. I don't know where he went.
Maybe he turned into the glare. No, it's so funny that you said that, Zod, because I was watching.
The Glare's trolling and the Senate's trolling are two different trollings.
I know.
And the Senate just has no fucking filter, does he? Sad.
No.
No.
But it's so funny you say that. I was watching Come Geek Some earlier, and apparently there's this article floating around that was hold on. That was saying that Lisa Bonet is that how you say her name? Bonet is wants AH out of Aquaman 2 because she's jealous of her. And I said, what? She is Lisa Bonet. She is not jealous.
It's hilarious. Billie Jean said the Glare # troll dolls matter. And thank you everybody. This first topic was very serious for me. Look, people lost their lives. Friends I know were affected by this. But Perp, I gotta say, thank you for your kind words, man. Thanks for bringing some, some level-headedness. I appreciate it sincerely. Even though you're from the worst part of New York, I can still forgive you. So let's switch gears and talk about something that's a little bit more cheery. That we can riff on, because I think Purple joined me on the stupidest fucking protest ever. And look, I'm not on the side of Disney. Everybody knows that. But this.
Oh, what are they protesting now?
Yeah, this shit makes no sense. I do want to say before I start, Hawkeye is a very good series. It gives me like Die Hard vibes.
Exactly.
And I'm really
with
liking
an arrow. I haven't watched it yet.
It reminds me of a mixture of like Die Hard and I don't know. Someone fucking help me out here. It works though, and I love the girl in it, Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld, yeah, she's a baddie.
I followed her on Twitter. Anyways, very good in the role. Anyways, let's talk about the article and not about my weird obsessions. Hawkeye. Marvel fans boycott the series in support of poorly compensated artists. Look,
I'm not boycotting the series. I just haven't gotten to it. Fucking what the hell, man?
Look, artists have been getting paid like shit for years. It's not right. But as PB likes to put it, the source material has nothing to do with the show. I don't see how affecting the people who are the showrunners is any way to fucking help the show out. And we have the Amber Slayer.
You know who else
here
is
with
poorly
us.
compensated? The stuntmen, the people behind the cameras and doing all the other work.
Voice actors.
Yeah, they're fucking. They ignore them. They
See,
fucking shove it there.
this is what I talk about. People pick and choose what they want to be upset about.
You know who else is poorly compensated? Me.
Yeah, we all
Hey,
are.
Hey, Azad, why don't you pay us, you motherfucker?
Okay, you rude motherfuckers.
I want 100K a year. Make it happen.
Mr. Will, how are you doing today, Amber Slayer?
Silence.
I'll be glitched. He broke. Oh.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a snack. Keeping me up this
Okay.
goddamn late.
When will people realize that these boycotts never work?
They really do. All they do is sometimes they do, but for the most part, I've never seen one that's really affected the box office. I tried with Captain Marvel. It made $1
I
billion.
never see it affect Hollywood.
It really, the best way to do it, if you want to boycott, and I'm gonna make myself big, look, if you want to boycott, the best way to do it, I'll give you the #1 trick. Pro tip, it works. Do not take out your wallet for the product. Okay? And that means don't get anything extended. I see a lot of people on here who get on me, I'm a WB shill. I apologize. But there's a lot of great, steadfast people who say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to watch anything the WB puts out because I don't like their shit. I haven't paid for anything, and by extension, I haven't watched anything within the WB. Great for you, because you're actually contributing to the solution. What's up, Amber Slayer?
I'm on vacation right now in Seattle. I'm at my brother's family's house. He has amazing kids, two of which this is my first time meeting, and they're fantastic. And it's just nice to spend Thanksgiving with family. So yeah, that's why I haven't been live lately. But I was going through YouTube and saw you were live, so thanks for the invite.
Hey, man, you're always invited here in the Phantom Zone. Did you hear about my first article?
No.
Over here, we had a tragedy. Someone plowed through with a van and killed a couple of people. I was talking about it. It was literally like 5 minutes away from where I live.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about the Wisconsin thing?
Yeah.
The SUV through the parade?
Yeah, that was literally.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's talking about that. If I wasn't out of town, I'd be streaming about that nonstop, actually, because I'm following it closely.
Yeah, that was that corner right there where the restaurant is. That's like me and my girlfriend's restaurant. That's like where we ate for our anniversary and everything.
Huh.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
I actually knew some people who were at that parade when it happened. They were literally inches from where the car had gone through. They like stepped back.
Well, so where are you on this? As far as, because I mean, there's the political aspect of it all. There's just the crime aspect of it all. Do you think that it's related? I don't think it's related to Kyle Rittenhouse or anything. I mean, I think it's a big coincidence.
I was pissed about the politics, and Perp put it the best. It's pick and choosing sides, but I read all of the stuff released about the person, and I'm on the side of that. There needs to be justice for the victims. This shouldn't be political. It shouldn't be ideological. It should be about getting justice for the people that were there. A mother lost her child. And it should be handled through the legal system, and there shouldn't be these pieces trying to justify this person's motives or making them out to seem like they're a victim. It should just be purely based on what happened and getting justice for the victims of that tragedy, because there were a lot of crimes and shit on the way to what happened. That's basically where we landed on it. And we had a, real deal talk about it. Oh,
you bored him again. You bored someone again. All right, get back to that damn article.
so
Zoom that
here
bitch
you
in so I
go.
can read it.
I'm sorry about that.
No, I completely understand. But yeah,
Zoom it in so they can see, so the lovely chick can see the
but right now we're
damn
talking about
fucking
another boycott.
So what
Will
boycott are we talking
boycott
about?
T. Oh no, wait,
against
sorry, wrong one.
this is great. It is against the show Hawkeye because of what happened with the creator of the comic.
Oh, I just started watching Hawkeye today. I haven't even finished
Yeah,
the
it's a
first
great
episode.
show. I love it. I'm actually really loving it. And I hate to say it, Will, but you know about comics like I do. Look, the industry has always been shitty, but PB says it all the time. The
I
movie
think you know
universe,
more about comics than I do, but okay.
but we all know that the business has been historically shitty. Movies and comic books are
Okay.
two different industries, despite who owns them, and one should not be crossing into the other one. These people have jobs too and livelihoods. They didn't fucking cause this guy not to be compensated. Fucking the
Well,
Marvel
I don't know
Comics
what we're
branched it.
talking about. What are we talking about? What happened?
So
What's the controversy? What's going on?
Marvel fans are boycotting the series in support of a poorly compensated artist.
I told you I didn't get around to it yet. Probably watch it. I've been busy this week. I will go watch it. God damn it, Sod, you had to
Marvel's
get this whole article against me.
Marvel Studios' newest live-action offering of Hawkeye is already making waves on Disney Plus, and with 2 episodes released, it's already safe to say that the Marvel Cinematic
Just say
Universe knocked
MCU,
another
holy
one
shit.
out of the park. That's the normal fluff shit.
There's a
However,
few.
some dirty laundry between Marvel Studios and comic book artists is being revealed and is already making quite an impact amongst fans, influencing some of them to boycott the Jeremy Renner Haley
Steinfeld.
Stifelt series.
Steinfeld.
David
I'm sorry.
Steinfeld.
Can you guys
Thank
hear
you.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. David Arju, who serves as the artist of Clint Barton's acclaimed comic book run in 2012, written by
Yeah, sorry.
Matt Fraction, previously
Does it?
criticized Marvel for making use of the same silhouette art style he used in the comics for the MCU spinoff show.
So they're acknowledging their comic books, which is what they do. I thought you were supposed to do in a comic movie. Right?
Now, his claim is they're
mad
ripping
about it.
They're ripping it off, but I would say that there has to be some kind of deals or whatever. There's more to this. I mean, and look, I don't like Disney. I don't like giving them a pass on shady shit. But this honestly doesn't scream to me like this is an intentional thing. Hey, we've got 2 wills, now 1.
I don't think it's fucking intentional at all. This is oops. Oh, I forgot. Or someone was like, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna honor the original comic by doing this shit," and then all the fans will go, "Oh, yeah."
It says, turns out that there's some pay disputes between the 2 parties, and back in October, Arju publicly shaded the comic book giant on social media, insinuating that he has yet to be compensated for his work. Unsurprisingly, the controversy has sparked massive outcries for the Marvel fandom, and according to some fans, until Marvel does the right thing and pays Aju the sum he deserves, they won't be watching Hawkeye.
Well, that's
Well,
like
I mean,
sucks for
I'm
them.
watching, but I'm watching Hawkeye.
Right.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
fucking watching it
Like,
too, and I don't even like.
I
I
like,
love it.
I like.
A lot
My
of these
thing is,
people that aren't watching it are check marks.
my thing is I like Jeremy Renner. You know, like he's a good actor. You know what I mean?
I
Like
love
it's
him.
that simple, and it's part of the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. Um, if he didn't play Hawkeye, that's the thing. They had to get a decent actor that was kind of big, but not super huge to play Hawkeye because Hawkeye is, let's face it, he's kind of the weakest Avenger. You know what I mean? More or less.
He
Mhm.
You know,
uses a fucking bow and arrow.
right, right. You know, I'm
And
not.
he's
I'm
referenced
trying to tread lightly so I don't offend any Hawkeye fans out there.
No,
But
he
you
can
know,
hit his target. Some of them can't.
he's a badass. He is. But let's face it. You know, he's no Hulk. He's no Thor. He's
He,
not a
he
god. He's not
he's
Tony
a broke
Stark.
Batman. He's a broke Batman.
Hey,
Ooh,
Justin,
he
what's
is
up?
early
Not
again.
not even.
Hey. Oh wow, there's a lot of you today.
Yeah, so
Welcome
What do you
we
to
were
the
mean?
talking
cum
about
zone.
something
Lot of
serious
what?
in the beginning.
A lot of
But
you on the panel.
Who
A
is
lot more than
you?
usual. As in
What do you
all
mean
of
by
you.
that? What do you
All of
mean by
you.
that?
Yeah, what
And he
do
calls
you mean,
Zod
Yeah.
the
people?
What does
racist.
that mean? All of you. A lot of you.
Yeah, nice try.
That sounds really judgmental and insensitive. A
Who the fuck
lot
are
of you.
you?
Someone
wait, I
who
know
you
who you
think
are.
there's a lot of, apparently. Apparently, there's too much of me. And I'm hurt, if I'm being completely honest.
I'm glad to get back to the laughs. You missed my serious talk in the beginning.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave that out on our rapid fire section because.
Oh, please do. I
yeah.
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but Justin, so MCU fans are protesting, and this is actually fucking stupid. They're mad because they feel like the artist of the fucking comic has a dispute with not Marvel, the cinematic universe, but the actual comic division. So he should be paid before they grace their presence of watching Hawkeye. And I say this is the stupidest fucking boycott I've ever heard.
Wrong
So
department.
who's trying to get paid before what?
The fucking
The artist of a comic.
Because the silhouette that's being used was from one of his fucking comics. And it's like,
Okay.
do you realize? And this is the problem with the comic book industry right now. These
But-
fucking
But doesn't Marvel have control over all those images and can use
Yes.
whatever they want?
Yes, they signed a
So
fucking-
what's the problem? You signed a contract.
Exactly.
You had an agreement. What's the problem?
Exactly. These people knew.
These people.
It's not even the person if I am correct on that the artist himself isn't complaining. It's other people are complaining on his behalf.
No, the artist came out and said something, throwing shade at
The
them.
artist is probably like,
Oh,
you
okay.
guys know you guys know I signed a contract, right? Like, you guys realize that I don't care.
He's making it he's just I mean,
Yeah.
sorry,
He broke
dude. I
the
guess you won't be
argument
writing for
public,
Marvel anymore
basically.
after this.
He said basically he hasn't been compensated and took it on social media like these fucking crybaby bitches do. And now
Instead of
he's
being
got the
professional.
Twitterverse, the fucking imaginary Twitter space, fucking angry and going, oh, well, we got to boycott this show because the artist isn't getting paid. Let me tell you something. These fucking political activists that are fucking up comics, we should fucking save their jobs because
If they want to pay him,
you know who sees a lot the way that you do, Mr. Zod, is sounds like you're right on point with Nerdette's newsstand with Tristan. I've
talked
really
to her.
like
She's pretty cool.
she
what were you
seems really irritated with the whole SJW aspect of comic books right now, which is really weird.
It's fucking terrible, but that's why go read manga. Perp, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, if you want to give this man money, go buy his comic. Goddammit.
Yeah, well, he should.
That's
a
what I'm
great
saying.
fucking
Just-
point.
right.
He should
That
be
is a
talking about-
fantastic
Don't-
point, actually.
And here's
Yeah,
the
go
thing. When
out
they
and-
usually make a movie based off a comic, doesn't that comic line usually get a jump in sales because people want to see it?
Right.
I remember Civil War getting a jump in sales when that came out.
Limey the
That's
Squirrel,
what happens. Like a novel,
AKA
like a novel that's out for sale. Well, if they make a movie adaptation of it, what do you think happens to the book sales?
Oh
They
yeah, when
skyrocket.
everyone got a hard on for fucking Hunger Games.
Yeah, same thing happened with Fight Club.
Here's this funny
Yeah,
thing that
Fight
happened.
Club.
They
I
were
was
like,
in
"Wait,
middle
Fight Club.
school.
You
is that
put
a comic?"
you put Brad Pitt on the cover of the book of Fight Club, and then it's gonna sell more. You know what I mean?
Here's the funny thing about Hunger Games. They were like showing us these things when I was in school of like old books to kind of get you a rating. And the thing is, everybody watched it and no one gave a shit about it until the librarian said, "Oh, they're making this in a movie," and then everyone was like, "I'm like,
Yep,
oh my
exactly.
god!"
Hold on one second. First off, hey, Limey Squirrel, but I think that's a mad squirrel in disguise. And then Janie Davis says,
It's not. No, Limey Squirrel is actually one of my moderators.
"Oh, okay." I thought
Yeah.
you were mad for a second there.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
got
that's my
two
boy.
now.
That's
It's gonna
that's
be
my
confusing.
homeboy right there. Yeah, that's my dude.
Janie Davis says, at Mr. Zod's Phantom Zone, I stand with the artist rights, but if you got money you agreed to, then shut the fuck up. I translated that for you.
Yep.
This is because the Chappelle Show situation, everyone wants to control Netflix. Exactly. This isn't about the product. Okay, people? All you fucking idiots who have seen trending the boycott thing. This isn't
I didn't know it
about-
was a trend until Zod pulled up this article.
Yeah, this is about. This is.
Hey, what's a
fucking
trend?
about-
I know. Where do they do that at?
Was when you please
What-
whoever the
what is
person
that?
oversees Twitter is, and they put it in the trending bin.
Hold on. I have to bring this up. I love this name. Unfuckable. What up, yo?
Same, bro.
What's up?
How do you get that name? Like, that's crazy that YouTube let him, like, let that pass. But
I don't know. Just
You
just
can
wait.
do whatever
YouTube
you
will
want.
probably censor it one day. I've seen Twitch do the same thing for somebody who had like the name for like their name was
Unfuckable.
had love anal in it, and they had that for like I don't know, like a year or so, and then like several months ago they got censored.
is
Oh.
PB still with us? Is he alive? Is he passed on to the other side?
Baby, are you awake?
Yeah, the PB pass out or what? I miss PB. I love
It's
PB
one of
so
those
much.
sleeping streams for him.
That's what he does. It's crazy. It's like the more people that are on panel, the more likely he's gonna fall asleep.
So, speaking of fuckable and douchebags, let's talk about Seth Rogen. That was one of my best transitions. Seth Rogen is such a fucking political shell that he
I thought he was just
actually-
Canadian.
he actually pissed off
Yeah,
political
he's a Canadian liberal, like a far left liberal. Like, God, it's the worst.
Yeah, we know.
Like,
Let's-
but the
You
thing
guys
is
just keep saying
there's,
it because you don't want to call him a dirty Jew, otherwise you sound anti-Semitic.
there's a
people
charm to
are-
let's
Canadians.
move on. Let's move on.
Jesus
There's
Christ.
a charm to Canadians. I'm not gonna
Fuck
hold.
off,
I'm
let's
not
move.
gonna
We're
hold.
not doing this anymore. No,
Bad dog.
no.
I'm not gonna hold the fact that Seth Rogen
Can-
is
can
Canadian.
you
I do not
please-
co-sign.
Please, for the love
A
of God,
liberal
kick
review,
out the
not a
cum
I
zone.
really wish the Senate was still in the chat because he'd be laughing his ass off, and he'd be adding to it.
Sucks for
So-
him. He's
So
gonna
if
have to
you guys
watch the
haven't
replay.
heard the
Damn it.
latest
did it for
stupid
you, Senate.
remark. Okay, everybody hush.
Better
Zod
mute, I
has
guess.
spoken. Seth Rogen's latest fucking stupid comment had the audacity to give his opinion on crime in Los Angeles. Let's hear what the intelligent, look at this guy. He definitely hasn't smoked himself stupid. Let's hear what the intelligent Seth Rogen, the Canadian 39-year-old, what did he have to say about getting robbed? This is fucking priceless. I want this on a Christmas card to me. Seth Rogen
Getting
is getting
mugged,
roasted
just say
online
no.
for chiming in on the YouTube star's car being burglarized on Los Angeles by saying that's
Where's
life in the big
TV?
city. He was he chimed in on a YouTube star's
Can
car being
you
burglarized.
just read the shit correctly, please? Fuck
We're just
you,
gonna say
motherfucker.
in Los Angeles, and he said to the YouTube star, "That's life in the big city." So let me get this straight, Rogan. Let me get this straight. If your car got broken into, and I'm sure you've got the most fucking expensive car, along with weed and everything else that money can buy, you're going to say if all your shit got stolen, well, that's life in the big city. What a fucking insensitive cocksucker. Go ahead, Jay, because I saw you on move.
I mean,
Let him
it's
have
not
it.
like he's wrong. Like,
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, I mean, it's just
Right.
kind of how it is.
Like, oh, it's
mean, it must be nice.
just stuff. I can replace it.
No,
Yeah.
well, it still
like,
sucks if there's like personal items in there. It's just like I understand why he's like, what the fuck?
yeah.
You know, like I get it, but also I get the other side. So I don't really have a dog in this fight.
No, it gets better. It gets better, Justin, because he just can't shut up with that one comment. No.
Oh, well, then you misled us. Read the fucking thing.
Did he
Yeah,
share
read the
did he
article.
share the
I
meme that
read it
said
everywhere.
getting mugged, just
Yeah.
say no? A robber can't legally mug you without consent.
yeah.
I love
What?
that meme.
That's not
You've
robbing.
never seen
it's
that
called giving.
Zod, we're not gonna just let you see and end this shit. Like, read the thing, man. Let's
Tis the
get to
season
the
of
bottom of
giving.
this.
Give to your local mugger.
Okay, so he
Exactly.
he also took to social media saying his car got robbed earlier that morning, calling LA a crime-riddled third worldish shithole. Dude, I've lived here for
That's-
over 20 years, Rogan replied. You're nuts. Ha ha ha. It's lovely here. Don't leave anything valuable in it. It's called living in the big city.
Wait. Oh, so is that so back in the early 1900s, New York had shit all over its streets.
Maybe
That's
he
cool.
was
That was
just
cool
trying to
too,
be
right? That's just
funny.
living in the big city. You just have to deal with all the shit being poured out in the streets and everywhere, and people getting disease and
No.
shit from all that.
No, Rogan was not being funny. He came on.
No, I'm telling you,
This
that's
isn't-
just living in the big city. You just got to deal with the crap on all
But
over
at
the
the
street
same
and
time, I mean, I'm
diseases.
not gonna. Let's be fair here. Let's be fair, because I'm not. If somebody, there's gonna be a part of me that's gonna be like, if somebody had their stuff stolen out of their car, and it was valuable, and they were living in a city that had a high crime rate, I would look at them like, well, I wouldn't have left my stuff in my car like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like blaming the victim. You know what I mean? I don't like doing that. But at the same time, it's just like there is some validity there. You know
Wow,
what I
your
mean? Like,
connection is horrible. It's pretty
Yeah.
spotty.
oh,
But
is
we
it
can
really?
kind of understand. Yeah, but we can kind of understand what you're saying. I just want you to know in case no one's told you yet.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure if it was just me because everybody else sounds spotty coming into me. So I guess, yeah.
Oh.
God, Terry K's gonna have a
Yeah,
ball
no,
with
it's
that
just the output. I
Um,
don't mean to embarrass you or anything. I just
one.
Yeah,
I'm
just
not
to be very-
embarrassed. I just it's
just
the
wanted you to
Wi-Fi.
know.
Hold on. Let me see if I can figure something else out here.
See, Justin with his fucking perfection. God damn it, Justin. Anyways,
What?
So-
I figured somebody should tell him.
Did you just scare away Perp and the Glare?
Way to go.
Two of them.
I mean,
Whoopsies.
this part that's highlighted right here, I don't know if it's just because I'm tired, but I'm just reading that as like heavily sarcastic. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, it's kind of shitty. But
What
then
part
again,
of LA does Seth Rogen live in? I've never heard anyone say it's a very beautiful city.
Right. That's why I'm wondering if it's like heavy on sarcasm.
I mean,
But
there's
also,
Possibly.
like my other thing is, I mean, he's obviously going to be like blasé about it because he's got fucking money. So he's like, oh, it's not a big deal. When if it was like me, I'd be like, well, fuck.
Like, and here's the thing too, though. This person who's tweeting, who's a YouTuber, has a pretty good channel. He's making some money, but he's saying it's the principle of feeling violated, and Seth is playing it off like, bro, you have money, and it's just like, why comment on it is the point. Like, why do you feel the need that you're so fucking big you have to say it? And he continues. So that's how I know he's not being sarcastic. He keeps
not
on
everybody has a fancy studio
Yeah,
apartment
but
or mansion with high security.
Exactly.
but do you not agree that there's some validity to the fact that, like, I mean, yeah, like, why would you have valuables in your car
Right.
in a city with a high crime rate? You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
but he's saying it's a lovely. It's not. It's the way that he's saying it is coming off as condescending, and it's not that he just made that one sarcastic joke and just cut it off there. He
Yeah.
does what every Hollywood star does, and has to justify the response and keep going with it. It's like, dude, if you have a bad take, shut the fuck up and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was a joke, or I was being sarcastic." He doesn't say that, Glare. He continues going and making it like it's the person's fault. And to a degree, yes, I can understand what you're saying, but you're missing the point. And why the fuck are you commenting on it if it has nothing to do with you? Like,
Right.
why can't you just like shut the fuck up? And why are you giving this bad take like it's the victim of the robbery's fault? That is
Right.
so that justifies. Oh, I just scared Claire. I'm sorry. But anyways, that justifies saying, "Oh yeah, it's a." Oh, okay, he's back. It justifies like, "Oh yeah, you shouldn't have left your shit in there." No, you shouldn't have a talk like this.
Where the
Oh
fuck is that
Jesus!
going? I just
No,
came back
no,
from
that is so
fishing.
much
Who's that
worse.
going?
I mean, I don't know. I guess it's hard for me to wrap my head around it because I live in a neighborhood where everybody leaves their doors and cars and everything unlocked and running. So it's like, like
Oh,
this.
you live in the good part of town where no one exists.
It's just hard. I mean, I remember when I lived in the big city, I was constantly afraid that my car would be broken into. So I made sure that I didn't leave anything in there. But like, I see the insensitivity there. I mean, he's got so much money, he could just replace everything. But
Just put a bomb to the starter, mafia style.
but I mean, honestly, like you said, Zod, if he's going to keep going and going and going about it, then obviously it's just kind of like, bro, come on.
And then he responded to someone who said that was a bad take, right? That's all they said. They said, "Hey, that was a bad take, man, a little bit insensitive." He said, "Hey, man, no clue who you are, but I came across."
No, you got to do a Seth where you go, "Hey, man, no clue who you are, but I came across this.
All
And
right,
then invite me to go
let me get
fuck
through this.
yourself."
yeah,
He said,
like he's kind of a tool. You know,
Yep.
I'm agreeing with you on that sense.
Yeah.
I'm kind of splitting hairs when it comes to the actual incident itself, but I'm with you when you feel and say that Seth Rogen is a tool, because he is. He just is. Like, I can tell that he's the kind of person that I would not get along with. He would get on my nerves quickly. I would fantasize about punching him in the face at certain points in the evening if we were hanging out together. Yeah. I get it. Yeah. I
You
agree
came
with
back
you.
from when
So
Proverbs scared you.
knowing that these statements are coming from that place is just like, yeah, this guy sucks. Yeah.
or this place.
I
love that.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Disgusting.
Can just so you guys know, this is a very serious announcement. In celebration of the Marvels coming out, I will have a week of Brie Larson's video analysis on her workout regimen.
Analysis.
in the
Perv.
I'm going to give
anal.
an in-depth
eh,
analysis.
Emphasis on the anal.
Brie Larson works out.
I'm going to give an in-depth analysis on her stellar workout program.
Start with the glutes.
Yeah. I mean, it's very important. At least she's putting in more of an effort than Amber Heard's workout regimen.
Don't get me started.
Hey,
I don't want to know what Amber's diet is or her, you know what I'm saying, because
you
it's
son
usually
of
going
a
to end up.
bitch.
It's usually going to end up on the bed. You know.
I was gonna say we all know what her diet is.
Sherry said, "I'll be sure to skip that." Yes, I know. You know what? In the grand
You
scheme of
all
things,
act like none of you ever shit the bed before. So, you
Nope.
bunch of
I didn't. I
judgmental,
pissed the bed when I
like,
was younger, like a Chad.
oh no, I never deliberately took a shit in the bed before. Blah, blah, blah. I never cut off anybody's finger. You guys are so sinless, aren't you? You guys are just immaculate, aren't you?
Did PB die?
Yes.
No,
Everything
Yeah.
will not be missed.
Oh no, yeah, he is dead. Zod bored him to death.
So, I want to share something about one of my favorite people in the world. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks besides Nicolas Cage. This is like neck and neck with Nick. Let's talk about something great done, and this is really a stand-up move by the great one, the people's champ, and the people's chosen one, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Who?
It's about drive. It's about power. Have you been seeing
Please
that
stop
meme
doing
lately,
that.
Zod?
Please stop. Don't ever sing that ever again in life. Don't
I
do that.
fucking hate the Discord. It's every other video, you're like, oh, this is a normal video, and then you get that shit.
So this is a really cool story on a personal note. And The Rock did this just because. And I think
He's grooming himself for president. Watch.
Mhm.
He's
I
gonna
mean,
run for
I
president.
wouldn't vote for him.
He's gonna run for
Him and
president. Not
the country's
2024,
bad
but
guy.
2028. Watch 2028. He'll run for president.
Mhm.
Dude, I will vote 3 fucking times in 3 different counties.
I won't. He jumped all over that woke bullshit too. He just tries to act like he
No,
did.
but
But he
this is
did.
nice. I understand the woke bullshit. He's got a career, and they'll destroy you. Look what they're doing with everyone.
Fuck
I
all
can
that. No,
understand
no.
that.
I respect the actors that have like stuck to their guns because it's inevitable. Like it's all coming back around. Like the more and more this goes on, the more even the people on the left are waking up and realizing that this shit is crazy. It's out of control. It doesn't make any sense. It's bonkers. It's bananas. It's not rational. And it's happening more and more and more. So,
But I
you
do
know,
want to talk about something that is nice.
Hey, look,
which
it's
is
Terrence. Can
Dwayne
you say hello,
Johnson.
Zod?
Huh?
Terrence
hey,
is in the
Terrence.
chat.
Dwayne Johnson gave his personalized custom truck as a holiday surprise to a veteran. And
that's
call me
nice.
biased because I both like The Rock and I am a vet.
That's a hell of a
Rock,
campaign move.
So he gonna give somebody a truck just because he's a vet. What about me? What about my issues? I want a car.
as soon as you have legitimate issues, Perp, except for you live in Jersey, you'll get a car.
I think that
I'm
is a
in the process
legitimate
of fighting
issue.
to keep my electricity on. My car, I just got in a car accident. So, like, literally, get me a car too, please.
You get a
For
car.
real, though.
Can the Rock be
Change
like
up-
Oprah?
Yeah, it's been a rough couple weeks for me. So,
He can totally be like Oprah. I mean, you don't have
I
Oprah
mean,
money, but he has enough.
I've been hearing him and her are going to be on the same bill.
Okay,
You never
let's
know.
move on. I
It
don't
could
like
work.
that. Dwayne Johnson's Instagram. Dwayne Johnson surprised one of his fans with his own personal truck. Johnson is giving his thanks and his own truck to one fan who moved him. The Red Notice Star 49 shared a heartwarming video where he showed fans how he surprised the Navy vet Oscar Rodriguez with his own personal custom truck after hearing his story. Today was a good day Johnson wrote in the captions in the Instagram video he posted on Wednesday, "Merry Christmas at Coach Ord, and enjoy your new truck. I invited fans to special theater screening of Red Notice, and I wanted to do something cool for all of them. Free concessions and ice cream." That's a big one because fucking ice cream at the
Free
theater
ice
But
cream.
let me
Wow.
costs us a lot of money.
let me ask you this: how is that any different? What he did? Okay. Now I do think it's a nice gesture. Don't get me wrong. But how's it any different than anybody who goes and helps out a homeless person and then films it and posts it all over social media? You know what I mean?
The Rock has been doing this shit for years, though. Since
I
'96,
know.
he was at
And
a
he's always been
church
filming it and
festival.
posting it.
But what I'm
So why
saying
does he get a pass? Is it because he's The Rock?
no, I'm giving him props because it was a Navy vet who went through some terrible shit, and
Sure.
he was
No,
moved by
I
his story and drove all the way out there and gave him a customized truck. I think that that was a very cool move. It was just random, and he answers
was
letters.
it random though? You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take away. Listen, I'm not trying to take away from the fact that a Navy vet
Clearly you are.
got. No. Hold on. I like that a Navy vet got a new truck. That's great because a Navy vet deserves a new truck for sure. I'm saying that is it so hard to believe that Dwayne the Rock Johnson did that to boost his public image?
I mean, I think he just did well.
For
Yeah,
the
it does
sole
boost
reason?
his public image, but I don't believe he had that strictly in mind. He's been doing this shit since the '90s. Like, if this was the typical Hollywood star who does this shit, and we all see those people out there
Amber
But
Heard.
you got
who do
somebody
it as
like,
a tax write-off, but The Rock has been doing this for years.
but he's always been making us skeptical of it. Is what I'm saying. So like, you
Well,
look at Keanu, right? Doesn't Keanu do dope shit like that all the time? But he does it low
Yeah.
key. He does it low key. He never like blasts it all over
There's
social media. Is what I'm
also
saying.
when he was alive, Prince would donate anonymously to places.
Yeah. Like-
well then how did they find out?
And yet we
it
still.
was a lot of
and yet we
local
still know
places
about
in
it, right?
Minnesota proper, and they figured it was him because of the amount of
Yeah, they
money
didn't use
that
the
came
power of
through.
they used the power of deduction for that.
So it's still low key when they do it, but yet it's still we still know about it, don't we? So like, what's the point of like blasting it so loudly? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Look, man, I just had a shitty opening beginning. This warmed my heart, and now you're taking the fucking holiday spirit out of my soul. Now I'm going to step in front of that custom truck that he just gave the guy. Thank you very much. I wasn't Scrooge, and now I'm back to being Scrooge.
No, you're
I feel-
not.
Is this leading somewhere?
You do that.
Ah, humbug.
No, that's
no.
my line. My humbug. Fuck
It's a
them
little
little
early
elves.
too.
Fuck them little Keebler elves.
It's a little
Yeah, well-
early too. I mean, giving out Christmas gifts. It's not even
Well,
December
we
yet.
just all,
Oh,
hey
like-
Zod, I do have a question though, because the 24th to the 25th would be a Fandom Zone stream. Are we doing anything that night? And I also need to know, is everybody going to just have a Scrooge face that night?
I don't know. I'll see. It depends on what works like, but more than likely, after dealing with holiday shoppers, yes, I will be very angry.
Oh, it'll be a fun stream then if you do it, you know?
I mean,
24th or
90% of the
25th?
time, I'm always perpetually angry. It fuels me. It literally gets me up every day.
Then you have me over here trying to calm you the fuck down.
Yeah, because PB's asleep. Me and PB don't like calming it down. We like agitating him more because it's funny.
And then Perp trolls me. Glare trolls me. Justin.
I don't troll.
Thank you, Justin.
I don't troll. I was fucking making some sincere opinions, man. Some sincere points. I'm not saying. Listen, I like The Rock. You know, I watch his movies, and I think he's a great action star. And he's probably my all-time favorite wrestling personality, probably of all time. Even I would even put him above Hulk Hogan, if I'm being honest.
What?
I know, right?
I'm
Oh,
And I
right.
grew
gonna
up,
actually have to
Okay.
agree with Blair on this one.
and I grew up with Hulk Hogan. I mean, I was all about it, But I mean, The Rock, the promos, nobody did promos like The Rock.
Mhm.
Nobody trash
No.
talked like The Rock. He was the best at it. So I've always been a Rock fan. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, I mean, I just okay. I think the things that he's doing are nice, but I'm not jumping on the bandwagon of oh my gosh, The Rock's not like the rest of them. He's such a nice guy. I think he's a nice guy, but I think he really, really wants to be known for it. And I think that he really, really, really is going to take advantage of it in a political sense in the near future.
Good.
I think
Rock
that's all.
2022.
It'll be Rock 2028. Watch.
I mean-
He's gonna run. I guarantee it.
Sorry, I pushed the wrong button.
If Donald Trump can run for president, and Arnold Schwarzenegger can become governor of California, because
But Kanye West couldn't become president. You guys all failed on that one.
No,
But
he
make
did.
no
He
mistake.
started
Never
too
say
late.
never.
Make no mistake that if Arnold Schwarzenegger was not born in Austria, he would have ran for president, and there's a really good chance he would have won.
And oh
At
my
one
God,
point.
I would have.
At one point.
I don't care about his policies or whatever. I just want him to say, like, be doing an interview in the Oval Office, and then someone says something fucking stupid, and he goes, "I'll be back."
I'm right.
That was
Bro.
a terrible impression.
Yeah, please never do that again.
I mean if being president is really just a show, then why not make it as entertaining as possible? I'll take The Rock. You know what I mean?
I agree
Like,
with
yeah.
T-Virus on this one. He says Dwayne Johnson's not taking advantage of anything. He is just a nice guy. When I was a kid, he was doing stuff. When he wasn't aiming for political stuff, it's nothing new. Exactly, T-Virus.
Until
you find out that he is a cannibal and he eats babies, and everything changes.
Yeah,
Well,
that would change
you
a few
know,
things.
LB put it the best. Fuck them kids.
Oh no! Ew! Ew! It's disgusting. Why?
LB,
FBI, open up.
that one's for you.
Well,
No thanks.
We've got
No.
our last article because I know Jay has spent her valuable time. It's getting late. My girl has already came out and warned me once to shut the fuck up. As you can see, I totally listened to her.
you're
She's
gonna catch
gonna
a
kill
neck
me.
in the, you're gonna catch a knife in the neck.
Do not.
On
I
stream.
see the name of this article. Do not try to correct him until he said the name.
Uh-oh.
Just let him say the name. Let him say the name.
Skarsgård becomes Joker for Rob Pattinson's Batman flick. This
He
is
didn't
the,
fucking struggle, but I don't know if he pronounced it right either.
He did.
yeah.
Damn it.
Bill Skarsgård's one of my favorite actors. I think this is perfect casting.
Is
Look
this
at-
confirmed? Because they've been saying there's two different dudes. Like they've been saying the one guy from
What is this? Is this
Now,
a casting
this
of the
isn't-
Joker?
Yeah,
Yep.
this isn't confirmed or anything.
Because they said the other dude, what's his face, that played Druid, whatever, in the Eternals was.
They're talking
was
about
playing.
the guy who played Pennywise in It for the Joker.
Yes.
That's too obvious. That's too obvious.
All right. Well, it's probably too obvious to you because,
Man,
it seems like the right choice.
Honestly, if he plays the clown in it, I don't think it would be a good idea if he also played the Joker, because then people would just think he can only play clowns in movies.
Yeah,
I
he
talked
would be
about- I'm
typecast.
saying.
I
I'm
guess.
with
I talked
Cyber
about-
on that.
I talked
Now,
about this a while
here's the
ago.
thing. Here's the thing, though. There are some who are claiming that the character
I can't
could be
read that.
played-
It's so tiny. Zoom in.
For fuck's sake, the next person who interrupts me, I'm going to fucking punch you in the larynx. Through
Good.
the computer.
No, you're not.
In the Lorax?
The Lorax?
What? What
There's
said
people in the
larynx.
chat, Zod, that
You
like to follow
non-speaking
along.
motherfuckers. The Batman is set to introduce a new version of the Cape Crusaders' biggest enemies, including Catwoman and the Riddler. It is also rumored that the Robert Pattinson film will introduce a fresh take on the Joker, with some claiming the character will be played by Bill Skarsgård's Eternals co-star Barry. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce
Oh, you're
it.
not even going to try that guy's name.
Wow.
Oh, you bastard.
The designer
Racist.
created on Instagram, William.
We all know
Gary
about that, though.
sees Bill
We all
Skarsgård.
know that there's only one obvious choice for the Joker. Okay, that's Amber Heard. She would be amazing.
Nah,
Fucking
She
come
would
on.
destroy
Fuck
the wall.
off.
She would. I mean,
That's-
she is the
Nah, that
most
was too
talented actor.
easy.
She's the most
That was
talented
too
actor in
easy.
Hollywood.
Excuse
Best
me while I
one-
go throw up.
She's the
Best
most
one,
talented
Caesar
actor in Hollywood.
Romero. Yes, with the makeup over his mustache.
Jesus
She's the
Christ!
most
This is why we can't have
talented
nice
actor in
things.
Hollywood.
This is why we can't have nice things on this
I
channel.
do want to say, like, would it be dope if William Dafoe just played an older Joker, and that
That
like
would
since
be
since
dope.
this is just a trilogy, they could just have an older Joker, like he's just been around in Gotham for so long and stuff like.
I didn't like his. I don't like him as the Joker. But I'm so picky when it comes to the Joker. Like, I know I was joking about Amber Heard, but I would actually like to see a screen test of Johnny Depp trying it out. I would like to
Oh
see
my
that.
god, I was just about to say
No.
that. If
I've
I
seen
think
people
Johnny Depp
use
could pull it
Johnny
off.
Depp more
I'm
for
good on
the
that.
No, thanks.
the
No,
Riddler.
actually, to be honest with you, I would... Go ahead, Giller.
I'm sorry. No, I think that he would. I think he's the type of actor that would find a very new take on the character, a very fresh take. He would make the character his own. He wouldn't live up to any. He would exceed expectations by creating a whole new version of that character the way Heath Ledger did.
You know
There
what
was
you would
that-
get? You know what you would get? You would get Jack Sparrow.
Joker form.
No,
And
not
Joker.
necessarily. I mean, let's think about how versatile. I joke and I troll about how Johnny Depp has no talent, but I'm trolling, like I'm joking. Johnny Depp, in reality, I believe to be one of the most talented and versatile actors in movies today. So I feel that he would do exactly what Heath Ledger did with the Joker. Not the same take on it, but what I'm saying is he would do what Heath Ledger did, was just create this whole new version of it.
He
One
definitely
that
did
would
mine.
live up to the essence of the character, but create a perspective that we've never seen.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I
Jerry
found out about
says
Heath
to tell
Ledger's
you-
Joker? You know why he licked his mouth, right?
What?
Why
Well, you
Heath
know,
Ledger
No.
licked his mouth? No, he licked his mouth because the prosthetics would just start falling off. So he put his tongue out and make sure it would stick,
Oh,
That makes sense.
nice.
and
Cool.
it just
It
added it
works.
to the character.
It worked.
Oh,
It worked. Yeah.
Honestly, I think that he would do good as the Joker too, and I agree with you, Blair. But also, I did see some like fan art a couple months ago talking about how somebody would like to see JD play the Riddler, and I
Yeah.
feel like
That's what I was saying.
Well, I
He would
think
be
that Paul Dano being cast as the Riddler, like as soon as I saw that and heard
Yeah.
that, I was like, I'm excited for this, because he's going to do exactly with that character with what Heath Ledger did with the Joker. I promise you. I
Yeah.
guarantee you this, that if that movie sucks, Paul Dano's take on the Riddler will not. Mark my words. Mark
Yeah.
my words. So I feel like this tradition is the one thing that the DCU has working for them, is doing a good job of casting for these villains in a very original and cool way. And I
they're not cast
genuinely
Lex Luthor well.
can sit here and say that I truly think Johnny Depp is my number one choice for the Joker.
Mhm. I just want him to get a big role again that isn't fucking suppressed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want
no,
fun
yeah.
Johnny Depp, not depressed Johnny Depp. We've had too much of that.
I said
I
not
agree.
I think Johnny Depp would do a fantastic job with that role.
He would just have to get the laugh down because that's the big thing about the Joker. You can't just have a Joker and him not laugh.
If we even
Right,
just
I
laughs like
agree.
Jack Sparrow.
And you know
that'd be
what?
so
If they just keep Joaquin Phoenix, because it seems like
Yeah.
when you're looking
Yeah.
at the time frames, it seems like they're setting it up to tie the two of them together. Joaquin Phoenix's
No,
Joker with the Robert Pattinson Batman.
Mhm.
Not
Because
to mention too,
the time
Joaquin Phoenix
periods,
did have the laugh. That laugh was like
Yeah.
That was
He
great.
did.
He's the best Joker, hands down.
yeah,
I wouldn't say all
I
that.
don't like
But
to say who's the best. I think the Joker's one of those characters, in my opinion anyway, that you can never take any of the actors that have played the Joker as one being better than the other. They all did
except
very,
for
very original.
fucking Jared
er,
Leto. That's-
yeah.
We're
Yeah.
all still trying to forgive that.
Even he did an original and
Yeah, and it sucked.
exceptional
Yes, we
take
get
on the
it.
character.
Every piece of shit is an original. We get it.
oh, he's alive.
Yeah.
Now he wants to talk.
Yeah.
Go away.
Well, I'm saying the Joker's one of those few characters that every actor that has played him has respected the character enough to try to create some new take on them, and they
Right.
did a good job. Each one did a good job. I even think Jared Leto did okay, considering it was just the movie sucked, But I think he did okay.
Tyrone.
It wasn't his fault that he was wearing gold teeth and
The shitty
We just,
tattoos.
I
it
want
wasn't.
Mark Hamill's Joker to be brought into
Oh yeah,
live
Mark
action.
Hamill.
That's
I'd like to
the
see that too.
quintessential Joker.
I'd
That's the
like-
quintessential Joker.
It's not going to
I'm
happen.
in agreement with you there.
One good-
Yeah,
And that's why I
Dream.
thought they were going with Jared Leto's Joker because he's very animated. Like we've never
easily
gotten a
the
Joker
best
that's
Joker.
I'm
animated.
still trying to figure out
Easily the
Joaquin
best
Phoenix
Joker on
Joker.
screen is Mark Hamill's take of the Joker on the Batman the Animated Series. Easily the best Joker on screen.
I'm still
Jamie
trying to
Davis
figure
does
out
have a
Joaquin
good
Phoenix's
point, and I'm
Joker
gonna-
because
All right,
Cesar Romero's Joker was Silver Age, and Nicholson was Golden Age. Ledger's was obviously the modern Bronze Age. But Joaquin Phoenix, I can't decide if he's Silver Age or Golden Age yet because I haven't seen how he works as a crime lord yet.
Hold on a second. There's some questions I want to answer.
Pretty clear
First
it's in
off,
the
Jamie
80s.
Davis, I do agree. Jared Leto did have I liked his laugh. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
I liked it too. I didn't hate Jared Leto's Joker.
He's just like,
The things that sucked about Jared Leto's Joker was not Jared Leto's fault. It was the costume
I think a lot
designers,
of
the
that
director.
script
It
let
was
him down so hard.
The
costume
director. So
design
you
was
mean we
terrible.
need to release the Ayer cut?
Jesus
God
Christ. No.
damn
no
it.
more cuts. No more
Snyder
fucking cuts.
fans, that's the number one reason why I hate you is because it sparked that movement. And it wasn't sparked by fans, it was sparked by that fucking director.
No, it was sparked by
Tyrone,
Lethal
we're-
Lightning.
Hold on.
No, the Ayer cut.
Fucking
The
people,
fucking
hold on. I'm trying
Snyder
to
cut wasn't
answer
sparked by.
One
Tyrone's
mic.
question. We are talking about awesome Jokers who we would like, who would make a good Joker, all of that. And I'm with you. We talked about Johnny Depp would be an interesting Joker. We think he would do a good job. So to speak.
I was thinking Johnny Depp would actually probably do good as like Plastic Man because he has that weird quirkiness that Plastic Man has.
How would y'all feel if they race swapped
Johnny Depp
the
would make an
Joker?
awesome Plastic Man.
How would y'all feel about if they race swapped the Joker as a
They
black
already
man?
did that.
Nobody
But his
talked-
race wasn't swapped. It's just he was voiced by a black actor in the Batman animated series.
Yeah.
Let
too late.
Zod talk.
2000s.
Let Zod talk. Let Zod talk.
Everybody hold on. I have an answer for this. If you guys watch Batman and this is in the film universe or in the comic universe, you could take them both. The Joker works as any race, and this is the reason why. Because the Joker says himself, he is a concept. He is an ideal. He's not tied to one race, one gender, anything like that. It's the ideal and the personality
But he's
could
white.
be anybody. Joker could be anybody broken by society. That's the whole point. As long as the personality is polar opposite of what Batman is. See, Batman touches the line but doesn't cross it. Joker habitually crosses the line and tries to pull Batman into the other side. That, as long as you don't lose that core struggle, then you don't lose the character. I saw a great female Joker in an alternate universe that was the wife of
Thomas Wayne.
of Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, that's in the
And Thomas
Flashpoint.
Wayne,
Yeah,
Catwoman.
Flashpoint Paradox. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and Martha Wayne was the Joker. She was so distraught she cut her face open and she became the Joker. So it's not tied to this
Fucking
has to be
women.
right.
And
No.
keep in mind, in the main
Right.
comic line, even though they don't have identities, there are 3 Jokers. Now, they have said which each of the Jokers represent are each of the ages of comics, because they've each been different in each of the ages, but they haven't given names to them. And I say our names for them are the ones we've seen in like the movies where people have said Jack Napier, there's Arthur. Those are their names, quote unquote.
You know who I would want to see for a sequel if they do the sequel for the Batman? I want to see them do Mr. Freeze.
Oh yeah, Dark.
Yes,
Freeze,
get Arnold
like,
back.
right away.
You guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but I think Arnold was fantastic as Mr. Freeze. It was just the movie was terrible.
You know who
But I
you
think
know
Arnold was cast well.
I would cast if they were ever to do another Mr. Freeze. I'd get Bryan Cranston to play Mr. Freeze.
I've
I
heard
could see
people
I could
cast
see that.
Bryan
I could
Cranston
give him the bald
as
head.
Lex.
To give him the bald head.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Okay, look
I
at
think
the
that'd be
Batman
great.
versus Superman. Someone did this, and they made Bryan Cranston the Lex Luthor, and I cannot unsee it, and I get pissed off every time I watch it because he would make the perfect Lex Luthor.
Let me just say
They need to do they need to do
I'm
that
not
or
going to disagree with you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to agree with you and make him my first choice now that you mentioned it. Now I can't unthink of it.
another idea I had was
Cranston is
you know,
Lex Luthor.
whenever they bring out Doctor Doom, I feel like if they do whoever is in the suit, they should do Bryan Cranston as the voiceover for Doctor Doom. I think
Oh,
that
yeah,
just
Could you
be
wait? Could you picture the scene though? Let's set the scene. Somebody, all the heroes of that be like, "Who are you?" And he just gives a monologue. You know who I am. I'm the man who killed Gus Fring. Say my name, Doctor Doom.
The best thing,
Goddamn right.
the best thing though, is whoever plays Doctor Doom, you have to talk to everyone like they're inferior to you.
This is a very interesting one from Tyrone Williams Jr. says, "Who do y'all think would play the best Black Joker?" Morgan Freeman.
Yep.
No.
Yeah,
So
that would just confuse the hell out of me because he was already in another Batman movie.
Lakeith Stanfield said he would love to play a Joker.
You know what? I'd say Mashhad Ali Williams or Mashhad. Who's it?
Kevin Michael
Mahershala.
Richardson would
Yes,
make the best
Mahershala.
Black Joker.
Husky. PurpMinded. What was it, Perp?
I could see Donald
Mahershala.
Glover screen testing it and going over okay. I could see Donald Glover screen testing it and
You
going
can
over
see him
okay.
trying but not making it.
But I don't know.
Oh, you know who would have been a dope Joker? Or not Joker. Well, yeah, a dope Joker back in the day, like Tony Todd.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
They
I
should
like
get him in
that one.
they should get him in
I
a
can-
comic book movie as a villain or something
That's,
like that.
that's
Okay,
a
I'm
really
gonna
good
throw-
one. Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a real random one at you, but just hear me out. Eddie Murphy.
No.
Yes,
God.
I could see it.
No.
He got the laugh.
No,
Oh my
that's
God.
like
Yes,
If there's
Eddie
any
Murphy.
comedian
him
that
as the
pull off,
Joker
it's
and then Jim Carrey as the Riddler. No, this is
I
no.
love Jim Carrey as the Riddler. I really did.
No. Mm-mm.
Jim
Or
Carrey.
Jim Carrey was perfect as the Riddler.
I
Jim
really
Carrey
liked
was
him.
good
Jim
as a
Carrey destroyed
90s
that role. He was
Riddler
great.
when we had the 90s like goofy kind of take. This
Yeah,
now we're in a
those
dark
movies
bleak
sucked.
take.
so
So
much.
you're telling me that you don't think Jim Carrey could pull off a dark serious version of him? I think he
Now I
could.
do.
Have you seen that movie number 7 or whatever?
20,
What about Kit-Kat?
23.
Number 7.
23.
Yeah,
Number
yeah.
7, 27, whatever.
I
It
think
was
Jim
the
Carrey.
worst
I think Jim
fucking
Carrey is an
movie
incredible
I've
actor.
ever
I
seen
think
in
he
my
would
life.
absolutely do.
It
I miss
was
him.
a terrible movie.
I do
That
too.
movie, I was so pissed that I brought tickets to that film. I got my money back. I have only done that for like 2 movies. That movie. So no, I don't think he could do dark. I don't care how fucked up things are.
What?
He's just
You
not.
you know who's always looked creepy to
Jim
me?
Carrey.
That would have been a dope Joker or something
Jim
like that.
Carrey.
Yo, hold
Yeah,
on, Glare. Just
it would have been what's his name? Eddie Redmayne,
Eddie Redmayne.
the dude that's Fantastic Beast, the guy that the main character. Yeah, he's
yeah.
weird. He's creepy looking.
Yeah, I don't like him.
We
All
talk
right.
about casting for Joker. Who should we cast as Calendar Man?
Absolutely not a goddamn person.
I'm
Kevin Hart. Kevin
Yeah,
Hart.
We've got Polka Dot Man casted.
I'm
It's time for
saying-
Calendar Man, and it's time for Condiment King. Come on, who can play them?
Oh my god. Condiment
That's
King.
right.
George Clooney plays both.
Seth Rogen.
Oh no.
I think you
Well,
can
you
cast
have-
anybody for any of those. Make
The
them work.
Condiment King, I feel, should be played by Jay.
Yes. See,
Like Jason Mewes, that's his name.
see, we have a level-headed panelist. Thank you, my co-host. Wakes up long enough to give us a good fucking answer.
Oh, you're welcome.
All they need to do is they cause chaos. Batman shows up, and then they get punched. When the Condiment King is that's how he fights.
Can
That's
we
what happens. for Condiment King.
remember? I don't know if you guys saw the Harley Quinn show, which is fucking hilarious. But who would play?
Yeah, it's great.
God, hope this doesn't sound racist. This is a real life character. Kite Man.
Oh yeah, Kite Man. Oh yeah, Kite Man. Who would play?
Yeah,
him?
they're not gonna touch that.
Brad
Oh,
Pitt.
I'm surprised you
Brad
even said
Pitt.
it. Actually, I shouldn't be. Never mind. We should be used to this.
Brad
by
Pitt
now.
would be
But
a
that one
fantastic
got me.
Kite Man. He's hilarious.
Tom
I think
Holland.
Kevin Hart could be a Joker because he's done serious roles. He doesn't. He's not
Yeah,
always. done.
no, he's too short.
Wow.
Whoa, okay, wait a minute. You said Kevin Hart
Uh-oh,
can play the
uh-oh.
Joker, but Johnny Depp can't play the Joker, motherfucker? What the fuck?
Yeah, thank you.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's crazy.
Based off of what I saw with True Story with Kevin Hart, he could definitely do serious roles, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, that movie was fire. I haven't done.
no,
a
it's not.
review
No,
on
it's not. It's not a movie.
Nobody's
it's a
saying,
series.
yeah.
I knew he would be a star since Scary Movie.
I
3.
started watching that.
No, the one on Netflix, right? With Wesley
Yeah,
Snipes.
I started watching that a couple of nights ago.
Kevin
pretty,
Hart has
good.
Blade now. You said Wesley Snipes, and I'm gonna say Kevin Hart has Blade.
No, Wesley Snipes is actually fantastic in it. He's
Oh, yeah,
he's
yeah.
great.
You know,
I
now
love
that
him.
he sorted out the taxes and everything, he's really.
I miss him.
I'm so
sorry.
glad that he's still
I had to
acting
say
though.
it. I
Yeah.
had to say
I'm
it.
glad
My
that
man-
he's not canceled.
My man, I
Like
was like,
we're really going to hell if we're canceling people because of tax evasion. Like those are heroes.
no, they haven't
Like-
canceled his ass. The fucking IRS canceled
Blair, are
him.
you
Right,
saying
that's
that Al
what I'm
Capone
saying.
is a hero?
That's what I'm saying. It's great.
Al Capone's
no,
a hero
no,
to
I'm not saying
Blair.
Al Capone's a hero.
Oh man, he's
Cherry
tagged. That's how they
says,
caught him.
Yeah,
Tax
right.
evasion.
Cherry says hashtag okay, hashtag gotta take off, hashtag love you all.
Love you
Hashtag we
too,
love you.
Cherry.
You take it off, Cherry.
So anyways,
Good night,
this
Cherry.
has been a fun-filled night. The first
Night,
half
Cherry.
was a rant. Thank you, Jay, for keeping me calm enough to not murder anyone.
I tried.
Thank you, Perp. This is probably one of the only times you're gonna hear me say this to anyone from Jersey. But thank you, Perp,
You're
for
welcome.
coming on and opening up a serious discussion. You know, seriously, I think it was really cool that you brought up a heavy topic and that we really discussed it. I wish that more of us could talk about this like we did. and it not devolve into a whole he said, she said, but rather talking real, talking about how do we really solve this issue, not
mental health issues. No one likes
not
talking about it.
making politics, not talking about what side people are on, but talking about, okay, where was the law? Where was help from these mental facilities?
Jesus, Justin.
Jesus Christ.
My
I'm
bad.
having an emotional moment, and Justin just fucking comes and zooms by on his fucking 4-wheeler.
No, he's on those one of those crotch rockets.
He's on his Kawasaki.
Oh, crotch rockets. Oh my god.
So really quick before we go, I almost forgot. Justin, I'm gonna skip these 2 articles, but we're gonna do your hot takes on the other ones.
Okay.
So
Oh, they already did
Seth
Catwoman
Rogen.
perfectly. I love Halle Berry.
Who?
yes, I mean the movie sucked, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
So first one, Justin, 5-minute or what we decide on? PB, you do it better.
The
The
fuck
segment,
did we
go ahead.
decide on? What are you talking about? I didn't
His
decide
hot
on
takes.
shit.
What's going on?
Under the bus.
Is this the first article?
Oh,
No, I'm skipping the first
everybody's favorite segment of the night.
Yep.
Justin Proper does hot takes on the headline of the week.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Justin, MCU fans boycott Hawkeye series following controversy with artist.
How cute.
Seth Rogen ripped for downplaying crimes in Los Angeles as life in the big city.
He's got nothing.
That makes
Oh my
makes
God.
perfect sense. Have you ever seen him in Superbad? He was a fucking idiot then. Of course. We've seen
turn
this
on-
happen. He used to be a cop.
He turns on the light so then he can get through the light, and he also drinks while on duty.
Hey, you knew that too? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a fucking idiot.
Dwayne Johnson gives veteran his personal custom truck as a holiday present.
What a fucking dick. He didn't give it to me.
Clout.
Fucking asshole. What did that fucking guy ever do?
Oh,
Fight for your
I'll
freedom.
get to that.
Well, he was a veteran.
Jesus Christ. Bill Skarsgård becomes Joker for Robert Pattinson's Batman in
Who the
Pitt.
fuck cares? That last joke was hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Justin Proper on his hot takes, and boy, they're spicy. So we're gonna go down the panel now. I know everyone's gonna say goodnight and bye and all that, but please don't forget to fucking do the retweeting and everything, and make sure you go check out these panelists, because I know everybody dips out at the end of this. Even if you're rewatching the video, don't you fucking click off yet. Don't click off. Don't fucking do it.
Do the complete
We're not fucking
opposite.
done.
Just click off.
So first, we've got the beautiful and lovely.
All right, I'm up first. Wait, no.
Oh, okay.
We have the beautiful and lovely Jay McCarthy, who will one day be doing our segments on writing.
Yeah, one day. So for those of you that don't know, I am an epic fantasy romance author. I have a bunch of series that I'm working on right now. I actually do a show with Zod every once in a while called Tongue in Cheek. So come check that out. Also, my channel is kind of becoming some sort of like a mental health support group. So I'm getting suppressed on a lot of my videos because I talk about topics that people don't want to talk about. So feel free to come show me some love. I would really appreciate it. And thanks for having me on. And I love you guys. You guys are amazing.
I gotta get your YouTube channel down there for the chat.
Yeah, I'm not a mod here. Which, by the way, Zod, I have a bone to pick with you. My information is not in the
Accuse
description
Queen, please save that link because you do that so well. She does. She like saves every single link.
Which, by the way, I have to say, I have no excuse, and I'll get on that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to
You're a
make you
Epic
fucking
my
fail.
liar.
Epic fail.
So
Joe
there we
Byron
go.
over here. Joe Byron.
Sorry, I pulled a Sleepy Joe, and I forgot how to promote people who are on the channel. And by the way, I just don't have your info in here because I clicked on our links to put the info on, and I wasn't sure if you were going to make it, so I'll go back through and readjust it.
No, I
I'm really
won't.
just giving you shit. It's not a big deal.
Listen to you, motherfucker. Phoebe.
What,
Don't you
on
be-
center screen for a reason.
Dude, and you
Chill
said
out.
absent panelists, PurpMinded. Perp, are you here?
Yes,
All right, I'm just
I'm
checking.
awake. Unlike
Isn't
this
it
motherfucker
wonderful?
next to me.
Hi.
Oh my
Unlike
god.
PB being next to me.
This is going to be the longest fucking outro
I missed you
ever.
talking about Hawkeye.
Shexwax.
Oh my god, we're in the cum zone.
Oh yeah,
The cum
that
zone.
That's
started when you
disgusting.
came here.
Hell
I
yeah.
thought you knew that. Well, everyone knows
It's
my
pretty
real name,
gross.
maybe, except the new people. You don't
Bukkake
even know.
Town.
Hey,
I mean,
hey, we're all in this together, all right?
Anyways,
Husky and
I'm
the
just
cum zone.
streaming.
Like, which,
I'm just doing my
which
streams
works
Monday through
more?
Thursday and Friday night if Zod doesn't have technical issues when he's trying to join me.
I
We'll
think we
probably get
figured it
that
out.
figured out before the next stream he comes on. But yeah, it's pretty much Halo
Cum
Infinite
zone.
for the next month or so. And then there's my YouTube channel, and that I'll post anything on there when I'm bored. That is my advertisement for that. And then I have my archive channel in case you missed the streams on the Twitch channel. There you go.
So go
Enjoy.
check out the archive channel and all of that. And of course, we have the awesome, the magnificent, the ever popular crime guru
Petey.
himself, the glare. What do you got going on? What kind of hard hitting shit are you talking about?
Why cocaine is the best.
Oh man,
Christ.
things are really up in the air right now. But the thing is what's happening most right now is are these crimes that are not politically related, but somehow have become politically related. And I've been speaking up on the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, and I got a lot to talk about as far as this this son of a bitch who plowed through these people at that parade. We got a lot to talk about as far as he goes. I'm in Seattle right now, so I'm not doing
On
live
purpose?
streaming right now. But when I get back, I'm going to catch up on all of these things and that recent shooting as well, and the Ahmaud Arbery verdict. I'm going to be talking about all that stuff, and I'm going to be losing tons of subs as I do it. But I have a lot to say about those things, so that's what I'll be doing soon.
Well, good for you, and I think that that's excellent work. I'm glad that you're pointing out that side of it because, as me and Perp talked about earlier, the politics shouldn't be in this. No one should be taking sides. It should just be about facts and evidence, legally.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
I fucking 100% commend you, and I hope more channels do the right thing and don't make it political, one way or the other. You know, just
right. And the thing is I realized when I was talking about the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, like I lost like a good chunk of subs. I was like, what? And then I realized like I don't care. I actually kind of got a thrill out of that. And it's weird. I got a thrill out of it. And like I'm to the point where I'm like, why can't we talk about this stuff? If my reason for not talking about things that I actually have a strong opinion on is because I might lose subs, I'm doing myself a disservice. So
Yep.
fuck all that.
The
And
trash always
I'm
takes
going to
itself out.
continue to talk about it.
Yeah,
Right, exactly. And I've always done that with my channel. So I'm not going to stop now. So.
And that's why I love having you on here. That's why you fit perfect with the Phantom Zone.
Thank you.
We all, I feel like, on this panel want to come at this to where people can have a fucking conversation and not have the chat be an all-out war. I've been lucky enough to be blessed with a fine group of
we should be allowed to be
people in
able
the
to have.
comments.
We should be able to have a conversation about this without it
you know, it's
becoming
kind of
tense
isn't it a fucking
and
well,
ugly.
isn't it a fucking shame that we have to keep saying that over and over and over again?
You can't
Why?
It
stop
is.
the conversation
It is,
from
yeah.
being ugly as long as he has his camera on.
No, it's like this should be the norm. This should be the norm, though.
Right. Well, that's
You know,
why
and-
that's why I plan on making it the norm to not make it taboo on my channel. We should be able to talk about stuff, and my channel is only going to be welcome to those who can talk about the stuff. And if you can't, you
Tough
won't be welcome.
conversations, yeah.
Right. We should be able to have these conversations. We're adults, and it's happening. And I think the only thing that's going to be the only wrong way to deal with it is to not talk about it, to be afraid to express your opinions on it. That's the one wrong way to go when it comes to these things. So I'm not going to do that.
That's how I felt
Hey,
about
good for
my
you,
channel.
man.
Yeah, that's how I felt about my channel too, because you know, there's a bunch of triggering type stuff that I've been through in my life, and so it took me all month to decide to do it. But October is a hard month for me because not just because of DV, but other things. I posted a video about it, it's those hard topics that people don't like to talk about, and you know, and it's like DV and you know, medical issues or mental health issues or things like that.
Or
And so
SA, yeah.
so yeah.
But speaking
I
of
didn't
topics,
mean to interrupt you, but
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I mean, SA is another thing that we're just not comfortable talking about, and
I
that's
never
part of the
like
problem is
talking
because
about San Antonio.
I'm shocked that you even have to talk about San Antonio.
I fucking hate the Spurs.
Well, the Predators.
Fuck you, Greg.
Predators hide behind the fact that you're uncomfortable talking about it. They hide in that darkness.
What
And that's
about
Predators
the,
hide.
about the Spurs?
You stepped on my jokes that I hate you.
What? Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were gonna. Just
Said
okay,
Predators
now it's
hide with a
time.
cloak.
Now it's time for one of the most important panelists because they have an award show coming up that is the only true award show. Fuck the Oscars, fuck the Emmys, fuck the Golden Globes.
Fuck the
most
Grammys.
important award show is coming up upon us. Hopefully they'll turn their mic on.
I believe in you.
I'm here.
Mr. PurpMinded, tell us about the only award show that people should be watching.
Word.
Word.
Jesus Christ.
Damn it, I'm not going to be able to have a shorter outro than that.
Word.
Word.
So go check out PurpMinded's channel where he's going to have the Perp Awards.
Word.
No,
Word.
the Perp Show
Word.
Awards.
Not
Not just
the
the
Perp,
Perp Awards. God damn.
the Perp Show Awards. So go check it out.
Word.
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 Go do
Speaking
that.
of words,
Hell
let's
yeah.
see if the person who is full of the most bullshit on the panel has a couple of words for us.
Oh, I thought it was PB.
All of
Yeah.
these setups have been for me, by the way.
It seems like that. So this Wednesday, December 1st, is the first day of the 25 days of torture where I subject myself to Christmas movies and TV specials that are just god-awful or ones that I haven't seen in a long time. and I'll see if they hold up or if I even remember them all that much. And if they're, I mean, Jesus Christ. And on Wednesdays, I'm going to host a live watch party with the first one being the fucking new Home Sweet Home Alone. Not looking forward to it. Why? Because I did it last year and I want to do it again.
Yeah, you can't find a reason to justify watching that fucking abortion of a movie.
Well, I realize it's an abortion.
Little
and,
kids.
I'm doing it anyways. That was terrible, what I just said. Please move on to PV, for God's sake.
Oh, but I wanted to see you dig out of the hole.
No, I'm good down here. Just send down a rope or something, or like a bucket.
Nope,
I don't care.
No. We send a bucket down for you to put the lotion on your skin.
I don't want the hose again.
Then put the fucking lotion on.
No.
In the
I
basket?
like it when you put the lotion on. He also likes a good laugh, so go over to my channel and watch a video.
I do like a good laugh.
Excellent. You'll enjoy several at Pop Culture PB.
Indeed.
Okay, get the fuck me off the screen. Thank you.
I have one thing. to plug. We have a Discord, so get on there and help Zod learn how to use it.
Zod doesn't know Discord. You don't do Discord. He's like, what the fuck? That entire goddamn conversation, I laughed so fucking hard between you two.
A villain does not know technology unless it involves crystals. Speaking of which,
see, like
crystal meth.
Hey,
yes,
you goddamn
Pretty
right.
much.
You goddamn.
Oh, by the way, did you see that picture I sent you?
Ooh, picture?
It was a while ago. I don't remember if you responded to me, but I saw it and I was like, I literally thought it was you with hair on your head.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta show this picture because this is a good representation of myself.
Just like you.
You found a picture of Dave Filoni with hair? Oh, God.
This is my
oh my God.
face.
That's scary. That's the thing of nightmares.
I'll pass.
I'm pretty sure I've seen you make that
I'm
face
super
before.
scared.
This is me thinking about how I am going to take over the world. Beware. That's my take over the world face.
So we got plenty of time because your hair is short as fuck.
Oh yeah, wait till it grows out, then it's all over. Anyways, I have part 2 to my series, 6-part series coming out. I've been coordinating with a couple of people. I got to get some schedules because when I talk about these subjects, I do want to have a balanced opinion on the topic. The next subject I'll be doing in my 6-part series is going to be on Scientology. Then I'm going to do one on religion and one on psychics, and talk about a mass market that creates abusers and victims, whether it's financial, emotional, or physical, depending on which topic we're talking about. I started with Nexium. If you haven't checked it out, I put a lot of work in it. So please go check out part 1, Unknown Evil. It's going to be my crowning series. I actually do research. It sucks. It's very mentally and emotionally draining. Please watch them. I'm also got several reviews that I've been sitting on. I will be doing one on Ghostbusters Afterlife. I've got one for Dexter and another one. They're all on my queue in my fucking video program. I lost my fucking intro and have to
I was watching
it.
Dexter. I was watching Dexter New Blood before I came on here. Actually,
it's
I'm enjoying it so far. I'm only halfway through the second episode.
Oh,
I'm only halfway through the second episode, but I'm enjoying it.
Well, they got the original writer back that they lost during fucking after the season with the Trinity killer.
They went out into the woods and they lost a writer.
My brother was talking about that. My brother was talking about how after those first 3 seasons, the series went downhill, and that's what happened. And so now they've got the original, crew from the first 3 seasons working on this one.
So definitely go check that out. I've got reviews on Chucky. I'm going to wait because I did a review on the first episode, and I'm going to review the last episode and go through the whole season and get my overall analysis. I've got a review on Arcane. That one's taken me a long time. It's going to be probably about an hour-long video breaking down how great it is. It may be the Game of Thrones of animated shows. They set up the politics, the world very beautifully. The writing team is stellar, and I might have to shell for Riot Games. So good job, guys. Wait for 6 years,
and it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed to disappoint, just like Game of Thrones.
No. This
I'm
is
saying
I'm
it's
saying
guaranteed
the
to disappoint,
structure of it.
just like Game of Thrones.
Dude, watch Arcane. Oh my God, Claire. Okay, I'm gonna give you a list. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second, Zod.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Hold on, Zod. I need to say one more thing. One more thing, guys. Zod is so racist that in a sold-out movie theater, he viciously cheered and applauded during the Hunger Games when that bitch Rue died.